What's up, buddy?
What's up there, pigeon breath? Everything all right?
I missed you too, but I missed you, God damn it. Oh, motherfucker. And people talk to me on the road now in your voice, by the way. And it sucks because everything you say in my voice is funny. Anything anyone says is funny.
Good to know.
But it's fucking annoying.
How many edibles you eat tonight? Don't come in here with one fucking gun.
Who came in here with one gun?
You better eat 200 tonight because as of next week, you're in training. Keep popping them. Don't worry about nothing. Keep popping.
No, I'm not. Why would I be worried? I'm just gonna fucking live on this balcony.
That's perfect. You don't want to walk down those stairs anyway.
I don't know how I'm gonna walk down the stairs on those fucking mushrooms.
I don't know how you're gonna walk up those fucking stairs.
Yeah, that you're right. That's the most important question.
What you're gonna have a sublet apartment somewhere, just so you have to walk upstairs. You can have like a little room or a little Jew house somewhere. Fucking the basement.
That's it.
This means you look up and you're like, you know what? Not today. Maybe tomorrow, but not today. I'm in no fucking mood to walk stairs.
I'm never in the mood to go upstairs. I had to bring my suitcase up yesterday, and I just looked at it. Bringing the suitcase up, that's the worst part. And I sound like an asshole because I'm huffing and puffing, and I look like an asshole because I'm just lugging this huge fucking suitcase. Oh. Yeah,
I tell you got to get like a little fucking something in the backyard that you could fucking throw up like a rope. Today I went to the pharmacy, right? The pharmacy's closed from 1:30 to 2 for lunch. They take lunch, the pharmacists, not CVS.
Of course they do. Look how pissed you are, but why can't they take a lunch?
They're working. The people are dying. They got to get up. Ask the questions. But I get there, right? I get there like at 1:58. I pull up to the window. I got music blasting. I lower it, and I'm waiting for the window to open. You know, it's like an electronic window.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, I see a lady fucking pushing a rope, and I'm like, Lee's looking for you. You know what I'm saying?
The lift a little great up and down?
Yeah, like she was pulling it. Fucking CVS. You got to get a dumb waiter. What the fuck? Don't they have a button press at CVS? Like fucking, how do they get in at night? You can't just have that gate at the window.
No, they might. Maybe, but maybe they just have someone back who lives back there and just lifts up the thing. Could you imagine being lifted to your apartment? That'd be amazing.
Dog, I'm telling you right now, you should invest in a fucking, what's that company? The sling rope? What's that company you took down in California? The
zip line? I did not take down a zip line, by the way. It's still there. They changed names. They had a little accident, but everyone's still there. I didn't take anything. God damn it. I'm going to be 80 years old, and someone will be like, what about the zip line?
How about a little Puerto Rican zip line up there? You get yourself, listen, those migrants will fucking do anything for the small $5.
Oh, yeah.
You know, listen, it's $15 an hour, right?
In theory.
Yeah, in theory. So if he comes over and just pulls you up, it takes like 4 minutes. You just give him the small 10. Down, you know what I'm saying?
Have you heard of like a task rabbit? Do you know what that is? Where like you can hire someone to come to your house to do whatever you want?
No,
I had them build some furniture. You would never do something like this?
No, I'm not that. I don't have that type of money to have people come over the house and build shit. And you just sit there with a cigarette, telling them, "Hey, watch the furniture." You know, I ain't that rich, dog.
It costs like $30 to have something put together.
Question: who do you think takes that job for $30?
People who need it. I don't know. They were very nice when they came over.
Sure, they're nice. They need the $30. You know what I'm saying? $30 is $30, and they're probably hitting them up. They got to only get like $20. It takes an hour, right? When they came over.
Some of it took a little bit longer. I had some guy build some outdoor stuff. I had some guy build a TV stand. It's not, but I was like, I wonder if I could hire someone to just have like a standing appointment to just bring me up the stairs.
Like carry. Oh, listen, in New York, you'll find whatever your fucking desire is. You understand me?
Oh, I can't even imagine.
You get yourself a little old chick with those Nancy Pelosi titties to fucking up the stairs, and you squeeze a little wooden titties while you go up the stairs. Everybody wins. You know what I'm saying? It's a win-win situation for everybody.
Why would I want to squeeze 90-year-old titties?
Because they're ancient and they're hard. like the way they.
Yeah, you're not really selling it at all. They're
I don't know.
old and they're hard.
Like I like Nancy Pelosi's titties. I would squeeze them if I saw her. She's got some banging titties. Never forget that shit. Her face is all fucked up, but when she dies, those titties ain't gonna move in the casket. Oh, she's Jewish, right? No.
I don't think Jews are allowed to get fake titties. I don't know.
Listen, at that point, they do what they want. They, once you're a congressman or whatever the fuck she is, you do what you want. Listen, the Jews, I'm over here. But if they cremate her, those tits won't burn. They'll be at the end, on the other side, looking like two burnt coconuts and shit with 3 eyes. You know how coconuts got those 3 little eyes and shit.
What do you mean eyes?
Yeah, when you look at a coconut, they always have like an indentation of eyes and fucking, whatever. Listen, I took a tropical class when I was in college. Don't worry. Don't ask the questions.
I apologize. Fuck.
How was Boston last week with the YouTube sensation?
Boston was an interesting week. It was a great week. I think Jim Florentine did great. I opened up for him on Thursday. But the person who I opened up for all week was a great guy, very nice, very funny. But it was interesting because like every once in a while, someone will come up to me at a show and be like, "Oh, it's my first comedy show," which I don't. To me, that's crazy that you're 30 years old and never been to a comedy show. But this, for a lot of his audience, was like their first comedy show. So it was an interesting, and it was a cool week because I started in Boston, in front of young people in Boston, and then the rest of the week was in Springfield, Massachusetts, and 2 hours west of Boston. There's nothing there but a casino and drugs.
People.
What?
Drugs.
Yeah.
The only people.
Oh, the only cool thing there is the Basketball Hall of Fame. That's I could see you if you were ever in that area. You'd like that.
Yeah, I know it's. I've been there before.
Oh, I haven't. I've been to Coopersfield, but I didn't go to Springfield.
15 fucking years ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was it any good?
No. The whole chain went down the fucking drain when the guy bought it. There was 2 clubs when he took it over, and they were powerful clubs in Jersey. And then he bought them, and he added 2 clubs, and it just went under. What a shame.
But it was fun. I got to hang out at the casino all weekend, which was a good time. And it just felt like the last time I was at this club, I didn't do well because it's it's in a castle almost. So it's super echoey, and it just took some getting used to. But it was fun. Actually, I was wondering, I had an experience a couple of weeks ago where I was opening for somebody, and that person also brought an opener, and that opener, I don't necessarily know if he was trying to get in my head or not, but he was like, "Oh yeah, I don't know if you need to come tomorrow. Maybe you can host." And I'm like, "No, the club booked me," and it kind of pumped. And I destroyed him the next night.
Yeah, of course. That's what you do out of respect. You fucking lay it on them. You want to preach, motherfucker? Okay. Yeah. You sure? I saw you last night. You sure? Yeah. Well, fucking Oikie Doik brought me with him. Okay. And just when they get on stage, they don't even know what that is.
Right.
Because they've never worked at it. They think it's just going up there with the water cooler with your fucking buddies and talking. But I have people come up to me and go, "Yeah, I can talk shit for 30 minutes. All right. Do it. Anybody can go up there and talk shit for 30 minutes, but to know what they're doing is a complete different situation, Yeah. It's funny because 20 years ago, this shit started with reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
And people started getting hot, and every once in a while, the improvs would book them.
Mm-hmm.
There was this one guy that wasn't the funniest guy in the world. In fact, he was out of comedy. He was selling real estate in Southern California. His big joke was he would come out with his pants on fire and go, "It's hot in here," or something, and they would throw water. No. Yeah. Nice guy, hell of a nice guy. I'm not saying anything bad about anybody, but what I'm saying is this is what happens. The guy picked up heat. They gave him a couple Southern California shows, and he sold out. It was like a marriage thing. He was like a bachelorette dude, but in real life, he was a very good comic. He was a regular at the Improv. He was just old, and he decided to go do real estate. So they put him on the road.
Oh, no.
Put him at every Improv on Thursday nights. He just went, from Tempe to whatever. Let me tell you something. There was a comic named Robert Schimmel.
I've heard of him. Yeah.
Robert Schimmel was a funny motherfucker, great guy. He was on the Young Comedian special with Rodney, with that All-Star, the one I like a lot. I mean, you have to be really good to be on that one. And he was like, okay. So he was at like 4 of the clubs that dude was coming in on Thursday. So what the club did was they took the Thursday from Schimmel and added a Sunday.
For Schimmel, and he would have to move to Sunday.
Right. Schimmel didn't like that. He didn't He didn't say a word. He just canceled those weeks at midnight, the day before the Friday. And they would lose their fucking minds. The one weekend I got the headline because I was there already, but
nice.
That's how crazy he was. He canceled them. They would come into the club at 8 o'clock. There'd be a fax from Robert. Listen, I don't feel good.
Do you remember when you were able to make that shift? And I don't know, it might be different for you, but like when you got to make that shift from like almost doing whatever the clubs want to like now you get to kind of call the shots a little bit. That must be cool.
Well, listen, Lee, if you know anything about me,
right?
I didn't give a fuck. You know?
Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck since like I was a loyal soldier when I was in Boulder. I was very good on the triple runs. And then I moved to Seattle. And I realized that, like everything else in life, there's a lot of people who think they know what they're talking about. And they think they're geniuses. And, you know, like there was a couple people, like I booked a couple, when I lived in Seattle was when I really had a hard time on the road. Those 18 months when I took a plane somewhere, it was a nightmare for me. It was always a nightmare. Like I went to West Palm Beach one time, but they put me in, Davie had a club where a Miami Dolphins practice.
Okay.
So it was in Davie, Florida. And then they had a club in Fort Lauderdale and in West Palm Beach. I still remember getting like letters from them, hate mail. And then years later, they booked me in a different club when they all joined ventures. The memorable club to me that I did one weekend and caused havoc, and I even told her, send me home. Like,
you told the manager?
Yeah, I didn't like her at all. Like, I didn't like her at all.
And what did she do? Like, what did she do you didn't like?
First off, they made it very difficult to work there. Like, she was part of this like women crew that was running comedy, and they knew everything about comedy, and you know, they disappeared. Them bitches disappeared. I don't know what the fuck happened to them. They disappeared. There was a couple of them that were just acting not goodly. The lady in Florida, the lady in Cleveland, that woman. There was like 6 or 7 women that were just fucking rude.
That's the worst. And it's not even just women. Like, I'm sure you ran into guys who were assholes too.
No, these were even worse. There was a little clique, man. I remember one time I booked a fucking Pennzoil commercial, 3 days on a Pennzoil commercial. And I called this lady 3 days before and said, Sarah, I had Buffalo, and I had Miami and something else. And I called up and I go, Sarah, I got a problem. Can I come in on Thursday? Because I booked a national Pennzoil commercial. First thing she did was hung up on me. That was
immediately?
Yeah. Then the next morning, she called me. And she's like, are you sure you want to cancel over a stupid commercial? And I'm like, yeah, I have to. I have no choice. She goes, well, you just lost this week, a week in Miami, and a week in Cleveland. I didn't say nothing. She just hung up the phone. Then the lady in Idaho, Boise, I forget what her name was, but everybody was like, oh my God. You know, she was one of those chicks with the glasses and the tattoo already, and you know.
Aye.
And I still remember who the headliner was. I even had a beef with him that week, but we apologized. It was great. I'm not going to mention any names, but it was just a week from hell. Like, she came up to me and told me rules. At that time, I was doing comedy like 7 years, and I'm like, you know what? I don't like these fucking rules. In those days, I didn't mind working Sundays because I didn't have a house anyway. You were just in a hotel, so I didn't mind. Once I moved to Los Angeles and got settled and did about 20 of those Sundays, was one day I go, why are we here?
Especially during football season.
Why are we here to see 70 fucking people? You gave away every ticket. I don't understand why we're here. And I made up my mind in Dallas. That's the last time I worked a Sunday.
Fuck.
I'm like you. I'll work a Sunday in Jersey because I live here now, but I ain't working no Sunday fucking on the road. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, who gives a fuck about all that? It's the 22nd. What is it? The 23rd of the month or something?
Second.
20 fucking second.
Ah.
You know, I haven't been eating mushrooms, so I ate my friend gave me a chocolate bar. It was as stale as a motherfucker. I ate it though before. It took me 20 minutes. I had to add Snapple and water to it.
What do you mean you haven't been eating mushrooms? What did that mean to you?
Physical mushrooms. Fuck,
no, I know that, but in what, 2 days?
I've been planning these things. I haven't touched them. I'm on a sabbatical till you get back, till I can kill you one night.
Why is that the goal, to kill someone with drugs?
Because what else I got going on? I got nothing going on. I might as well fucking.
I got shit going on. I don't want to get killed with. He calls me up and he like, dude, you have the craziest retirement, quote unquote, retirement ever. Because you call me up and you like, we're taking me through like the tests you're running on these mushrooms. You're like making your own things. Like you're sprinkling stuff on them. Who does this with mushrooms?
I'm growing them in the closet. I got the system down. I'm gonna fucking get them now. I got nothing. Look, I couldn't grow a fucking nothing. So no, I don't know how to grow anything.
Well, not like a farm, but I thought you had not necessarily grow, but like, you know how you run experiments on flies? I thought you were running experiments on.
Oh, you and I taught you. You're right. And the next morning I forget. I forgot all about that conversation with the mushrooms and stuff.
How do you forget about it? That's all I've been thinking about. Because you just say these things.
I say these things. I'm improvising as I go because I can feel your emotions break down on the phone.
Yeah, oh my God, you said they had flavors this time. I didn't want. So none of it's real.
No, I got the flavor.
I feel like I'm in Shutter Island now.
I got a cheeseburger flavored mushroom for you. It's all over. You're going to be loving these. I got a pickle flavor. I got a lox flavor for you. Anything you like, I got a flavor for. Don't worry about nothing. I got you covered.
What about the texture?
When things get heavy, we pick you up. We take you to a little place in Secaucus.
You're not picking me up. Who's picking me up?
They give you a view of the Meadowlands. Nice.
Dude, you go places and don't go in if there's stairs. How you pick? There's no way you're picking me up if I'm on the floor.
Listen, not picking you up. I'm picking you up in the city, and I'm going to drive you to this place in Secaucus. They hold you. They put a white jacket on you. You go in there for a week or two. You look out the window. You sing little retarded songs like Vito from The Godfather 2, when he was looking out the window. La cancioneta. He was just sitting like a fucking, Anyway.
And that's what these are going to fucking, Jesus Christ.
You listen, a continuation. Some motherfucker sent me 3 bags of those bubble fucking things.
What are bubble things? Like more? The edibles?
The fucking the bubble gum, the blow pops. I think Bob Lane
look at you hitting out.
Threw me fucking 3 bags. I get home Saturday. I'm like, what is that bag on the steps? I open it up. It's 3 bubble bags. I gave 2 of them for my daughter for the softball weekend. I kept the other one. I only swallowed like 2 balls. It was a purple one. I wanted to test it and see what happens.
What do you mean? What's going to happen?
I don't know. Maybe eat a purple one and swallow it. You never know.
Jesus, Joey.
If you go to the hospital, they see a purple bubble. They're like, what the fuck is going on here?
I'd love to see what a doctor would say. Has a doctor said anything fucked up to you?
No.
Nothing with like your weed amount or anything?
They get me out of there as soon as possible when I start talking to them. Once I start talking about fungi toenails and stuff, and I do bonkers at 7 in the morning, they don't want to hear that shit. Does not want to hear. He's cool as a motherfucker, but he don't want to hear that. My heart doctor is about 60. He's fucking big. He's strong. He's Jewish. He's probably on his way over to fucking Iran by himself on a parachute right now. That dude is a no-nonsense motherfucker. They're just going to blow him out of a parachute. Boom. He's going to shoot people and then be a heart doctor to the Israelis or whatever. I don't know.
Could you imagine if you saw your doctor on CNN or something?
Oh my God!
What would you do if you saw him with like a gun?
I
Just
fucking
running
love
in.
I love it. It'd be better if he got shot in the leg so I could see that, so I could tell him, hey, you're a soldier. You know what I'm saying? You got shot in the leg and you fucking ran away with your little stump and never bothered nobody. You know what I'm talking about?
That was pretty crazy because you called me last week when that guy with the drone, like you could just see the whole thing, like the drone, and he just starts throwing shit at the drone.
It's insane. It's insane the shit they got. That motherfucker, they got a drone that you light your cigarette and the drone lights it for you as they blow you up. Fucking tremendous. You can't write this shit.
And speaking of like the news, dude, do you know at all what's going on in Cuba right now?
Yeah, they got no electricity. Fuck them. I told them 10 years ago to get out of there. You know what I'm saying? What are they going to do? They're going to sit there and keep waiting for pamphlets? Enough is enough. God ain't coming back, and he sure ain't going there.
Oh.
What's he going to do? What are you going to do? You're sitting there. There's no cows. There's no dirt. There's fucking nothing. They're smoking half cigars, and they're just waiting. My cousin, I checked in with them. Ari's supposed to be going, but I told Ari, you better bring candles with you in a fucking those lanterns, like a creepy vampire. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can't even imagine. Like, are they allowed to come here now, or like, did we close that again?
I have no idea, Lee. Listen, those people, I respect them. It's so weird what I respect from people. Like today, I went to the gym. I'm on antibiotics. I was sucking wind in the gym this morning, just riding the bike and stretching. I was sucking fucking wind. And I'm feeling bad about myself. And I walk out, and as I walk out, Sandra was walking in, getting out of an Uber. That's a 91-year-old that works out at my gym. Jesus. She was getting out of an Uber, and I just waved at her. I go, Sandra, you bad motherfucker. She fell on her face because she lost her stepping, and she looked like Phantom of the Opera for 2 weeks. She had bruises all through here, and she kept showing up at the fucking gym, guys. That blows me apart. Like, from there, I went to boxing, and then I really almost died this morning, but because of the antibiotics. But it's so weird. You really have to put this into perspective. We have a hard time driving an hour and a half someplace, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And when I say hour and a half, I'm measuring 90 miles. Even if you have a peg leg, you could do a mile an hour, 60 miles an hour.
Right.
This has always fucking baffled me. What possesses people to put two belongings on a raft with another family and some guy down the corner to do 90 miles to change their lives? But meanwhile, we have people that won't do a fucking thing to change their lives. If you think these people get on a boat for fame and fortune, no. They're just getting on a boat to live like normal human beings, to have the wants that everybody in the world has. You think about that. That fucking always has fucked me up. That has always said to me, number one, where I come from, those people are tough. And number two, just that. Because listen, for everyone that makes it, 3 boats go down. Those are shark-infested waters. It's a nightmare when they turn the lights off.
It is pretty crazy to think that they're willing to do that just to get here. And yeah,
you don't know what fear is. And again, I've never been there, but I just imagine it. You don't know what fear is till you're in the ocean at night. You ever look at the beach at night and go, what the fuck is out there? And the waves are coming in, and every once in a while you think you see nothing, but it's your mind playing tricks on me. Dun, 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 dun. And
they have everything in their whole life. Like their whole life is with them on a raft.
Not really. Because how much can you bring with you on a raft?
That's my whole point. Exactly. Like they don't have shit.
Water. They bring water, a change of underwear, tuna in a can, crackers. There's no protection against the sun. So if you're out there in the daytime, that's wide open all day. You get blisters. You burn out there. So think about what some people do for their freedoms. But we got these jamokes here that are allergic to peanuts, and Go to Cuba and give out peanuts and see how many people are going to go, nah, we're allergic. I break out into hives. That's rich people fucking diseases. You know what I'm saying? Like, it puts everything into perspective. Listen, these immigrants that walked up from whatever fucking country they did. Listen, yeah, we got a lot of riffraff coming in and gangs and terrorists. But think of the people who woke up one day and said, I'm going there, man. I'm going to go there first without my wife and kid. I'm going to go over there, pitch a fucking flag, and then come back and get them.
And it takes a long time sometimes. Can take 10, 20 years.
No. I mean, if you come back here and sell coke, yeah. But if you come back here and get a job as a landscaper and then move up today I saw 4 Mexican guys pushing a fucking Ford. The car just blew up and they were on like fucking road pushing it. And I giggled for 10 seconds. And I said, can you imagine, Lee? Like, that was our car, the family car, and we had to use it to go to work. And now it's done. They had the hood open. They had the fucking extinguisher. Something blew up. They were pushing it. They didn't even have enough. The fat Mexican cousin got out. That motherfucker hasn't worked in years. He's like the driver. And he was, it's when you see these things, it goes, what the fuck am I thinking? And what the fuck are the people around me thinking?
Oh, and it's not even just like people who aren't like coming from other places. Like, I think about it a lot. Like, I don't have a fancy car. I have a Hyundai. But like, when I needed a new car,
That's why you can afford people to come over your house and build things. I'm surprised you don't hire people to make you like models. Come on over.
I wish.
Do a jigsaw puzzle for me. You know what I'm saying?
I could do that. Yeah, that's pretty badass. Just like a real power trip. But I like, just like to be able to get a car when you need one, or like, there's a lot of people who like, what if your car breaks, you're fucked. You just don't have a car now. And I've been lucky to not be in that situation.
Right now, what people don't know, and I don't do this podcast to scare people, but I see this happening now. People are getting their house sold from out from under them. It's the end of a generation. My mother's old. She lives in California. She doesn't want to. So you're leaving this house paying like a normal rent. And now you're going out into the real world. And I know 2 people right now that are fucking worried. Like, they're like, I don't know if I can afford an apartment. One guy moved with my brother, and I'm really worried about him. And I told him I'll do whatever I can to help him, But it's what's going to start happening. I never even thought of this. This guy's set on a budget. He's been living 6 years. He has a budget he's settled in. And if he has to go up $600 or $700 a month, that's not good. That's not good. That means the American will never retire at 65. The American will always have a part-time job to their fucking 90, because how can you're not going to live on Social Security, but none of these people who listen to this fucking show care about Social Security. They're like me. Fuck it. When God calls, I'll be ready. You know what I'm saying?
But I think they get it. They totally get it from like the housing perspective.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm just it sucks. It's getting rougher and rougher. What did I tell you on the church 5 years ago? I told you a lot of stupid things on that church. But one thing I would always tell people and look at them, and people used to fucking laugh at me. I remember people going like, go fuck yourself. You don't know what you're talking about. Remember I used to go, if you're living with your mother, stay there.
Yeah. It was
great.
Great.
Do you remember I told you like a year before the pandemic, I'm like, dog, if you're living at home, I know you don't like it. I can't imagine having to fuck with a fucking muzzle on, or having to eat ass and listening to your mom and whoever else lives in the house. You got to take their ear beatings. I don't like that either, but stay at home because it's going to get wild. And look, I didn't know anything like this. I was just fucking around, but till this day, I believe it. When people come to this country, like the Chinese, for example, I've always studied the Chinese. When I was a kid in the 70s, sure, not their books and shit. Yeah, I know about the Ming Dynasty, but when I was a kid, I used to watch it. I used to go to a Chinese restaurant in New York, and I used to go to a Chinese restaurant in Jersey, the New Moon Chinese restaurant, okay? They all spoke to each other like they were family. I didn't know what they were saying, But at both of those restaurants, there were always kids. If you went there at 8:30, the kids were there doing homework. The one boy was falling asleep at the table. They closed at 9. That means they didn't have a babysitter. That means they had to go to work with their parents. And I went to a restaurant in New York where it was the same thing, and the one in Jersey. They all lived together, and they grew together. When they got money, they all bought something together. And then they busted out when they made a little bit of money, and that's what a family is all about, I guess. I never had a family like that, but that's why I said it's time to move back in with Mom and see what we can fucking do in this house.
Oh, cause I was in that exact scenario. I left immediately after graduating college. I was home for, I think, 3 days, and I drove right to LA. And then when we left LA and I went back to my mom's, like at first I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. I felt a little bit bad about myself. But I was like, you know what, it'll just be for COVID. And then it'll be 4 years. It would have been 4 years this month. And it was great. It was great to spend time with her.
Save money, whatever she gave you, a bedroom, a basement. It didn't matter. You know, it was just, it's not the home you grew up in, correct?
No.
No, so it didn't fucking matter. But you're still home. And, you know, things are getting fucking pricey. Though I go get shit from time to time, and I just walk out and shake my head. Like a sandwich is $15 now. Like Subway should be making a fucking killing now.
They probably, but everything for them is more expensive too. Like
yeah, but it's not like a fucking footer for $5.99. You know, I go get a sandwich and a soda, and it's 20 fucking bucks, Lee. 18, 19. Listen, I don't raise my hand. It is what it is. That's a lot of dough, Lee. I can't imagine being somebody that makes $90,000 a year that lives in Jersey or works in New York, one of those scenarios, and how they're going to eat lunch every day. It's $200 for lunch. It's $150. $150 minimum if you go out. And I'm just saying $30. $20. 22, you know, it's not $11 for lunch no more. So I'm seeing it now and going, ooh, when I go get gas now, it's like, ooh, I got my truck back. So every time I get gas, I got tears in my eyes, you know. I take a ride to New York, to Gothenburg, or fucking North Bergen, or fucking the dojo. I come back the next day, I'm like, ooh, that was real last night. That tank is on fucking 3/4, man.
And especially the way you drive. But like that's why I'm having so much fun, I think, doing stand-up. Like the people who are there, I've noticed, seem to be a lot happier. Like, have you noticed a difference now that you've been back a little bit? And like the audiences, do they feel the same? Do they feel different at all?
I'm old school. I want the audience to come in there a little bit disheveled, slow them down a little bit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then it takes like maybe 7 or 8 minutes to let yourself go from what's really going on. And really, you know, you ever been there like in thought and you're like, what am I going to do about my fucking uncle? He's a fucking idiot. And the whole drive there, you're thinking about this idiot. And then you get there and maybe like 4 minutes in, you're getting entertained and you go, and you go, you know what? I'm just here to laugh. But what have I noticed? Yeah, crowds are enthusiastic. They're happier to see you because their world needs more comedy.
Mm-hmm.
You could see it when you're up on stage, you know, like it's just the world needs more comedy. Anything to throw them off the normal edge. I need comedy sometimes, you know, and I'm a fucking, you know, I need somebody to say something to me for me to fucking giggle from time to time to see if these mushrooms are real. And
like, at like whatever you are, 30 years in, and if you have a good set, do you get off and do you feel pumped up now? Like, is your like adrenaline going, or is it like more normal to you now?
I put my career now and my life into perspective the last 4 years. When I do comedy, for me, it's always a win now. And the consumer is going to feel that. I'm not looking for fame.
Right.
I'm not looking for fortune. I'm an older man, and I just want to get out of the fucking house. Make people laugh. That's it. and I still think the crazy shit. I
Hell
write them down. I look at it 3 days later and I fucking giggle. So why not? Why am I going to stay here? Again, I'm not doing this Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
No.
I know I don't have that. So I'm going to give the people, I'm working with what I have. A couple of years ago when I joined jiu-jitsu, I go, you know what? I'm not going to go to jiu-jitsu no more because my knee, I'm fat, I'm old. And then I remember John Jock Machado.
Okay.
He's got a hand that he was born with a birth defect. He's got like 3 fingers missing. He has gotten a coral belt in jiu-jitsu. Not because he gave up, but because he fucking worked with what he had. This doesn't work for me. I'm going to use it to my advantage and work with it. Right now, like I said to you, Lee, if I had to do a week on stage, I think after 3 nights, the audience would feel it. I'm tired.
Okay.
A late show. I think I'm saying no to late shows. Listen, let's do one show. If you get in, you get in. If not, I ain't going nowhere. It's not like I'm going to fucking Connecticut or going to Pittsburgh. For the next year, I'm going to be centralized. Just trying to, add a couple clubs to the resume. Whether I need them or not, I still need to. This week, I have plans to go out a couple nights. And that's it. It's a no-lose situation for me. It's kind of like I put myself back in 1994. Back in 1993. I had been separated for 2 years. I'd gone through all the mental anguish. I spent time in New York. I waited online. I fucking signed up at an open mic. I had to wait 3 hours. I had to live with George. I didn't have any money. Okay. You shut the fucking noise off and you just have fun. You don't have the rent money? What can I tell you? You don't have gas money? Call your friend to drive you. These are the realities, but you can't not let them stop you. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's cool. So like what you're basically saying is that, you're not, the only reason you're doing this is for comedy right now. Like in 94, you were just out there to do comedy.
Before was to get a special, to work this club, for this booker to like me. There was always a thing. This is a labor of love. I'm bringing some guys with me. Instead of bringing up 2 guys, I'll bring up 3 guys to give some guy love, to understand what the fuck, is going on. He's never done a theater or he's never done a big venue or something. This is how you maneuver, So for me, listen, if I didn't have Mercy and I didn't have my wife and I didn't have to get up at 6 in the fucking morning, God knows what I'd be doing right now. I told my wife the other day at breakfast, we were eating upstairs. I go, can you imagine our life right now without Mercy? We'd be hating each other.
What did she even say? Oh, yeah, you think so?
We have no balance. With her, she gives us a little bit of a fucking balance, and it keeps me afloat. If not, I just live on the road. That's what guys do. Once you get fucking old and you had your career and you had the sitcom, just go on the road. You lost your wife. The kids hate you. What are you going to do? Stay at home and fucking, But you know what, man? I wanted to add some action to my life. The last 4 years, it's just been a little quiet, but I've been thinking. And then when I was thinking, I started watching. And I'm like, what are these fucking people doing? I think it's time for Uncle Joey to come back and just, like I said, I don't care if you cancel me. I don't care. I'm not going to tell you to leave your phone, put your phone in the bag because I don't want that new joke on YouTube. It's just power. I can't wait for people to go, I'm not putting my phone in the bag. Fuck you. Fuck you. You guys are just doing this to have control, my material and the artistic. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Knock it the fuck off. You're not that fucking important, okay? You
don't like those?
No, I don't believe in it. It's got to stop. It's just a power thing. It's something to let you know. You have to put the phones away. What's the reason? So you can't get a phone call? No, because you can't tape my set. Well, I didn't know what you were saying beats Jesus. So go fuck yourself. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you come down, tell me that Jesus gave you a message, then I'll put my fucking phone away. Until then, hear the rhetoric and bullshit in your famous mind. Go fuck yourself. I'm not putting my phone in a bag. Fuck you.
Damn.
Fuck you.
It is kind of weird. But
These morons pay for it. They I'll put my phone in a bag. What are you, fucking crazy? I'll break this fucking phone over your head. I got drug dealers calling me. What do you think? Well, you're trying to tell me is that fucking important? So you're telling me important in everything. Oh, we don't. They play it like we don't want you to get fucking bothered. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You know. Then they started with the act. I don't want my joke on YouTube. Knock it off. Enough. It's just you trying to be better. It's just you fucking imposing communism. This is stand-up comedy. What you're saying ain't God's word. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So knock it the fuck off your bag.
Do you get upset when people record you, though?
Yeah, but there's door guys.
Right.
There's door guys.
Especially places you play. Some of the places I play don't have those.
Oh, there's door guys, and they know the fucking deal. That's why I don't play at Joe Schmo's place.
Right.
Because they don't employ you. Go to Gotham, try to take your camera. You know, go to places and they'll tell you, listen, put the camera away. Well, I got my right. Like, go outside and take the traffic then. But you're not going to take it. You want to tape? Go outside. There's 1,000 cars. It's like the Indianapolis fucking Speedway out there in New York City. Time for fucking people to go, what the fuck am I paying for? And what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? Why am I paying $400? The cheapest price for a Yankee ticket for the World Series, up in the third floor, it's like $1,200. I didn't know fucking Jesus made a comeback. I had no idea John Lennon made a comeback. The family of four had to pay $5,000 and sit up in the fucking nosebleeds to see the goddamn World Series.
It is crazy. Like all those, like the scalpers, like how that's even legal.
Oh yeah, they don't know how to control it. They have no idea. They put blocks on the tickets. You could only buy 4 tickets. Listen, leave me the fuck alone. Everybody's on something. Everybody knows how these people are making money. A decent American who works hard, pays his taxes, pays to park. Also, I want to take my kids to the World Series the way my father took me, the way my grandfather took me. It's impossible. It's 2 months before holidays. Who's going to lay out 5 Gs?
I think a lot of people, unfortunately.
A lot of moms are going to be on OnlyFans pretty soon, showing that monkey so their kid can go to the circus. And listen, I ain't got no money, but here's my OnlyFans. Go look at it. I got hella asshole. It's tough.
Yeah, I
just heard that today in the car. And I'm like, $1,200. And I'm like, God bless the American who's got that.
Right.
But if you buy a ticket for somebody else in your building. Go and see the first little black kid you see on the street, a Puerto Rican kid with a glove, who's really going to be something. Not your little white kid who gets scared when a ball gets hit to him. That little black kid right there, a little Puerto Rican with the fucking half a glove on, missing teeth because he already got hit in the head with a hard ball. That's who goes to the World Series.
Fuck yeah.
What?
Did you ever go to a World Series game, or would you go to one?
I would go to one, absolutely. But I never had the privilege. The closest I came was to the National League East Finals, like Cincinnati and the Mets in '73. That's the closest I ever came. No World Series, no. Yeah, that's division play. Yeah, that's the closest.
But 1,200 at tickets, too much. You can't justify it, especially not even if you can't afford it.
I gotta sit up in the nosebleeds. I gotta walk up there. They got escalators. COVID's coming back. Fuck it. It's gonna be a miserable fucking Halloween. Even though 2 weeks ago my wife brought home the Halloween candy and the dummy left it out overnight.
Did she know you're out already?
Huh?
Does she know it's all gone?
No, I didn't eat it all, but I always tell her, don't leave that shit out.
Yeah.
Hide that. She takes that in the other side of the house, and I don't even look for it. Because that type of shit about midnight, the other night I found Nutter Butters. I went off.
Ooh.
But she only buys 4-packs.
Thank God.
So the worst I could do is 4 of them. I got to open up like 22 of those fucking things. You know what I'm saying? But no, she buys a combo Oreo, Chips Ahoy, and that. They're not for me. They're for my fucking daughter for her lunches.
Right. So, in theory.
But every once in a while, you bump into the middle of the night. Oh, look what we have here.
Oh.
The other night I bumped into a box of Yodels. Yeah, Yodels up there. Because I don't open up that cabinet a lot. But when I do, also I got a nice complimentary box of vodka from the boys.
Oh, very cool.
From Dos Osos.
Poor Osos, yeah.
The fuck they are. Dos, I don't know.
Poor
Osos. And they sent me a nice jacket, some hooded sweatshirts, a t-shirt. I haven't tried the vodka yet. I'm going to make one of those interesting man commercials. I don't drink, but when I do, I drink Dos Osos. Got like some little fag with playing the organ behind me with a little hat with a feather. You know those guys when you go to a jazz bar? Yeah. They got to let everybody know they play the piano. Listen, relax, all right? Relax. There's a million piano players. Go sit down somewhere. Go learn a magic trick or something.
And this is all going to be for their commercial?
No, yeah. Like, no, I'm not going to hire a piano guy with a little fucking hat. I don't like those people anyway.
No, well, I was surprised to hear you say that.
I can't wait till we get to, bro, I got The Office.
I'm so excited. Thank you.
I have fucking just, when I pulled up, I was like, oh, shit. Oh, shit.
I can't wait to see it.
You know, and I walked downstairs and I spoke to her and we got a good recommendation. And I gave all the stuff in already, you know, so I'm just waiting for the fucking go and my fucking nuts are going to blow up. You know what I'm saying? Like a fucking, like one of those sites in fucking Lebanon. They're just going to spew, you know, like the overhead visual of the building. And then you see a little Jewish missile come in. And it just blows. Nobody knows nothing. You don't see nobody.
Why are you blowing now? Why are your nuts about to explode? Like this is, I was excited about this office for a while.
This is 4 fucking years we haven't had an office. We're running like fucking, you know.
And we don't have to catch up in 2 weeks.
What do you mean?
What do you mean what I mean? We don't have to take all of them at once.
Take all of what at once?
Everything. Whatever you have planned.
Oh, no. We're going to slow it down. You're not going to make it to Christmas. You're not going to make it to Boston for the holidays.
Why are you tapping your face?
Because
what's going to happen? I feel like you're going to like...
I'm wishing you are. You're going to be all right. I'll wipe your head with a towel. The good thing about this, we're close to everything, but we're close to a hospital. So...
Oh, good.
In 8 minutes to the hospital. They got a diner next to that.
To the hospital or to the office? We'll be at both.
Listen, don't ask questions, all right? We're back in North Bergen, baby. We got some guests lined up already. We're gonna blow their fucking minds. I gotta get The Office. We're gonna get Hi-Fi. I'm gonna put, you know, we gotta put like some effect of what we're thinking and where we're going with this. This is just gonna be black. Because when we end this, it's just let's put black with a missile coming in. Because we're right on the Hudson, baby. You know what I'm saying? We're on the Hudson. It's over.
I'm so excited.
When you finish the podcast, if you like, you could sit there on the balcony and look up, and you'll see the UFOs all night long coming in, going out.
Why would I want to see UFOs going in? I'm going to be fucked up, and now I'm going to be watching UFOs now.
Me, I don't give a fuck. But I know I've known they lived out there since I came out of Mom's Snatch, but. What I'm saying is that fucking, you got the world by the balls up there. You don't have to even go home. You got Cuban food. You got Cuban women. You go down Bergen Line Avenue. You're going to live what I lived when I get out of there. You're going to go, you know what? I'm not taking no fucking ferry home. Go fuck yourself. Drop me off on 32nd Street. I'm going to walk around a little bit. Go to those Dos Hermanos. You come over there. get that Cuban steak sandwich maybe 15 minutes from the office.
Is that the one where like the Yankees go? No, that you've been talking about for years? Fuck yes. You've been talking about that for like 10 years, and I've always wanted to try it.
I'm also going to take you to fucking Hiram's.
Is that a deli?
No.
No. What's Hiram's?
Look it up real quick. Hiram's. Look it up. Your dick's going to get hard. Forget about it.
This episode's taking a turn. Hiram's in Fort Lee.
Yeah. Just look at Hiram's.
It's chili dogs.
I haven't even taken you there, dog. That's when I take you there, that's when you just take anybody I've taken there just takes the fucking Ozempic needle and breaks it in half. They just break the Ozempic. They're like, it's not gonna work here. Take your magic elsewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, dude.
That place has been there since I'm a kid, Lee. The fucking hamburger there. It's got a taste that only that place has. I'm not saying it's the best I can sit here and tell you it's great. And I have not been there in close to maybe 2014. Listen, when you go in there, it's simple. Fries, a burger, a hot dog, and a yoo-hoo. That's it. That's like the menu. Anything after that, you fucking go for it. God bless you. God bless you.
I
Last
can't wait.
week I went up there and I went to Rudy's.
Oh yeah.
Oh, George the Framer. I saw fucking Slick Nick, Slinging Dick, the next congressman of New Jersey. And it just feels good to go up there on Mondays. I go up there early, maybe train with one of my buddies now. They do jiu-jitsu and shit. Take a shower at any of those places and then just shoot and do the podcast.
That'll be a blast. And it's going to be good to see you. Because this has been great. But to see you in person is going to be way different.
Look, I'm all zoomed up. I'm all cameraed up. I got everybody's seeing these videos. Before I was chewing that mushroom, before I clicked into this, I'm trying to get it down. And I'm like, how many people are seeing this video right now? In Russia, they're watching me going, look at this jerk off. Got enough of those videos. Thank God I don't whack off on camera and sit there fucking, like Johnny Boom Bots fucking losing an eye.
No, thank God you don't jerk off. Why would you jerk off on camera?
Because people do that. I'm not jerking off. Look at me. They fucking watch porn. They don't know at the same time they're watching you, and there you are. Yeah, Lee, you're on camera everywhere. One day they're gonna put out a compilation tape.
That's
one of you motherfuckers banging one out, and you're gonna have to run to the hills. That's gonna be worse than the Diddy tapes.
So what do? You just you just hide all the cameras in your, like, you don't have any computer, no phone, no anything. You just
when you whack off, take everything out of the room. Computer, the phone, Isabel, that thing you tell orders to. Don't ever whack off in front of
her. So you have to take everything out of your room, or do you have like a special room, just like a no technology room?
I used to get so paranoid in Vegas, I'd whack off in the closet. You know what I'm saying? Like, they give me the big room, and I go in the closet like nobody knew, because in Vegas everybody's watching.
Please hold on. So you would go into like the hall closet and like crouch on the floor? What would you?
In the bathroom. You know how they give you big bathrooms?
Sometimes, yeah.
I would go into the little closet where they had like the towel and the blow dryer. Bang went out at 5, 6 in the morning. You're paranoid. You need to shoot something, and it takes you like an hour because you got to get your dick hard.
And you're standing up, right?
And you're standing up, laying on the wall like a fucking Dracula with the closets. You don't know what's going on. Every time you hear a noise, you stop because it could be the fucking
the maid.
The maid. Why would the maid be knocking on my door?
No, I said maid. Why would the mayor be? Can you imagine if it was the mayor? If the mayor and you were jerking off in the closet?
That's one of the things I started thinking about towards the end of my cocaine. And I'm like, why would I go to Vegas? Like one time I went with Rogan in 2006 and a bunch of us. I didn't see those motherfuckers all weekend. Like I saw them at the airport. I saw them when I checked in. I saw them when we did the show, and then I didn't see them till the airport that morning. And they were like, something ain't right with Diaz. That's when I would go there, and I would call the dude before the plane landed. He would like meet me at the fucking hotel. I would go right to the room and start getting the party started. They were like, "Where are you?" Yeah, I'll be. I remember one time my friends from Jersey were there, and I didn't meet them that weekend. It was the same weekend. They were like at a hotel across the street. The kids I grew up with. I'm like, I don't want to see you, motherfuckers. I'm too busy in my room.
Jesus, dude. And like, was Vegas the king? Like, I mean, there's everything in Vegas. How could it not be?
Yeah. The guy was so connected in the Vegas scene as a coke dealer that he would just knock on your hotel door at 4 a.m. because he knew everybody. It was insanely. It was fucking insane. For about a year, I would just go to Vegas just to see him because I knew he was going to take care of me. He had everything. It was like $125 for an 8-ball, 3 sleeping pills, 2 oxygen pills. He gave you everything. Cream for your nose, you know.
Why didn't you just buy a bunch more of these? Like, could you do that? Like, could you, if you liked his little packs, could you have bought like 10 of them and brought them home, or would they just all be gone immediately?
Let me ask you something. When the guy from Crispy Pizza gave you those fucking 2 boxes of pizza, did you bring any home for your mom? Or did you think of anybody?
First of all, it was not 2 bucks; it was 3 extra slices. But fuck no.
Okay, you know, you snooze, you lose. I remember one time I bought a bag of Xanax, Valium. That's when they were Valium with the V in them in Beaumont, Texas. I didn't even take those things. I bought them because my friend's roommate did those. And I bought the bag on Thursday night just because that's all the dealer had. He goes, I'll come back tomorrow with an 8-ball. So I go, all right. So I go, what do you got tonight? He goes, all I got are pills. I go, how many? He goes, 30. I go, give me the whole fucking bag. By the time I got on the plane Sunday, well, I didn't get on the plane Sunday. I didn't get on the plane until the following Sunday. That's how I ate all those pills in 3 days. So addiction is addiction. But I was a fucking animal when it came to it. What you were doing? So this week you're at the Denver Comedy Works.
So excited.
That's the first stage I ever got on, like.
Oh, dude. It's like one of the top ones ever, but I don't know if you remember this, but right when I started, like 2 months in, you let me do like 3 minutes at the Comedy Works. And it was just like, even that was like a wild 3 minutes. And to be there for the first time as like an actual person, like a feature, I'm pumped. I'm so pumped.
It is, you know, they stopped. I don't know if they do that anymore. Comedy Works is one of those rooms that when Wendy, the owner, O'Brien, great lady, she came through for me, great lady. But she used to have it that the headline, I had to follow like 4 headliners from Denver. You had to follow like everybody there on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday was a local headliner. You know, when I started there, Denver had 5 or 6 national headliners that were fucking killers. When you told me you were going over there, I did like I just thought about before I got on stage there. I remember I told you I went to an NBC thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had taken the stand-up class and I was still a pussy about getting on stage, and they announced this competition. And that's where it was, at the Comedy Works. I go, let me go down there and finally check it out and see what this is about. And I remember going down there and seeing all these comics with like, you know, fucking T-shirts on, HBO. And I sat down, and that was going to be the first time I got on stage. I go, I'm going to go do this contest. This is it. I'm fucking done. And Lee, I chickened out. I was like, what am I, fucking stupid? And then 2 weeks later, they were auditioning at the University of Colorado to open up for who ended up becoming my friend. He's dead now. He passed away. I forget what his name was, but great guy. Charlie White, something. He was an American Indian activist. Funny motherfuckers. Hill. Jesus, I'm horrible. I'm stoned. But I went to the audition thinking it was in an auditorium with like 2 people, like in my fucking demented mind. And I get there and it's in an office, smaller than the office we had, like a student office. And there was 3 uptight fucking little kids there, 2 of them American Indians, which I already lost the war. They were like faggy Indians. They weren't even like drinking Indians that stabbed people. You could see, like, they were like Indians that were trying too hard. And I did a Godzilla joke and something else, and I never heard from them ever again. You know what I'm saying? So I took
you had to do the jokes in front of 3 people in an office. Jesus Christ.
you know, but I put myself in those positions. Remember a couple months ago, you said you were going to get up at 8 in the morning and go stand online somewhere?
Yeah.
I was just saving your life.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have time to explain these things to you. I did a lot of creepy things. I went to a lot of creepy places that I didn't belong. And I still remember being flat broke and borrowing fucking Lubes' car and borrowing like $30 from somebody and going into the city to audition for an improv troupe. Now, what the fuck would I audition for an improv troupe for? But in my demented head, hey, let's give it a shot. So I get there, they bought valet park. It's a Copacabana. And I walk in there, worse than 3 fucking white Indians. 4 Spanish people who think they're fucking, those are the worst.
Right.
The performers on the troupe were great, but the people who auditioned you were just like part of that Latin thing in LA where they all hang out, but at the end, nobody's making a dime. They're criticizing everybody. The government doesn't give us enough money for actors. Go fuck yourself. Last I checked, fucking the guy from Heat, what's his name? He ain't doing too bad.
De Niro?
No,
I don't know. Let's see.
That was Heat. He opened up the taco stands.
Oh, Trejo?
Yeah, Trejo. What the fuck are you talking about?
Danny Trejo?
Huh?
Danny Trejo?
Danny Trejo. Yeah, I'm talking about him. He's doing great. He owns taco stands. He's, our friend Emilio Rivera is doing fucking great. But you got these handful of Latinos that get together in a group. They can't book a headshot. They start giving each other fake awards. You're like, stop, cocksuckers. Anyway.
What do you mean fake awards?
Yeah, like it's just no names. All right.
I'm not asking for specific names.
It's just a side that people get into, especially when you're a minority. And in that room, ain't nobody making money except the guy who put on that thing.
Right.
And they're talking about, and if you go to the Spanish ones, they hit you with La Raza and all this shit they're gonna do. And meanwhile, they're making money and they're shooting movies, but they're not pulling you in with them.
No.
So I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So why are we here? We're wasting each other's time.
And going what we were talking about, I'm jealous that you can say that to people.
What?
I don't know, like why are we here on Sundays? I'm not doing
Well, I didn't say this. I said this when I was a feature act.
Mm-hmm.
I said this when I was a feature act. When I was fighting for my life and I was already a regular at the store because they were doing it right. But everybody else was doing it wrong. Dog, I still remember a situation here at Rascals in New Jersey where I came in. Instead of this dude saying, I just don't like Diaz, he just ragged me all week. You talk to the audience too much. Please don't do that. Okay. I knew if I talked to the audience, this guy had a chance. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. If you talked, okay.
He did everything he could to get me off the show. And he was a good guy. He was just getting to the end of his career. And he started getting like picky because his crowds were smaller. And I did 5 shows with him. Wednesday night, I talked to the audience too much. Before I got there, he cut my time to 20, which is a big mistake because now I'm in Comedy Store Zone.
Right.
You just fucked yourself. You just fucked yourself. Because now you're going to give me what you don't want. I practice 18 minutes 3 times a night for the last fucking 20 years. This was 2003. I was a regular maybe 5 years already, 6 years. Come on. So what do you think happened Thursday? I destroyed the audience. And then now he came out with, he said fuck too much and blah, 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 blah. Then Friday early show, he complained about something else. And I just laid into him. And the club manager laid into him. And that was it. He worked Saturday and he never spoke to me again. and for no reason. For no
Did it feel?
fucking reason. I was Buck Wild as a feature act. Buck Wild. I made the one guy quit in Miami. He threw the fucking glass down. When we go to New York and do the podcast, I'll get Ricky Cruz on there. Ricky Cruz saw a ton of shit that I was doing as a feature act because I didn't give a fuck anymore. I'm at the store on a daily basis and you're here headlining on something you did 18 years ago. Go away. And then you want to get mad at me for coming out here like an animal.
Right.
Real comics weren't complaining about me. The Tommy Davidsons, the fucking, the guy from Saturday Night Live that's in Florida now, him and I work together perfectly. That's the strongest guy I ever worked with on the road, by the way.
Really? Who's that?
The kid from Saturday Night Live, that's a conspiracy guy now.
Oh, Aykroyd?
Who?
Dan Aykroyd?
Is he a stand-up fucking comic from Saturday Night Live?
I don't know. He was okay. Sorry.
Anyway, it don't matter. But I worked with a bunch of guys that were fucking hysterical, and nobody complained. It was always once a month. I had this, you always have these guys that are like, they don't like it that you're where you're at and they're where they're at now. They're fucking planting flowers, trying to stay relevant, and you're a fucking animal. You don't even care about being relevant. You're just up there fucking doing what you're doing. Because if I was fighting for my life in those days, nobody was going to give me Montreal. Nobody was going to give me anything. So I had to get as good as I can be. So I just went up there and started murdering motherfuckers. This started around 2003 with me. And then I got the longest yard. And then I tried the headline. That didn't work out. But anyway, I did good last week at the dojo.
Oh, yeah?
Paul Verzi's a funny fucking guy, man.
Yeah.
He's see, again, and everybody's looking at this guy. Paul Verzi's a dangerous motherfucker on stage. I laughed my ass off. It was a great show. We're going to do it again November 6th, a week before I do fucking New York, so I'm definitely ready, But it's been fun. I'm thinking about Denver a lot. That's how this whole ear beating started. I'm sorry about that. I'm thinking about Denver a lot. And I was just a fucking kid that I was just getting on stage to fucking have a good time, Lee.
Yeah, because when you're doing it in Denver, at least the first time, like you were just like right either still married or right after the divorce. It was like a lot of change.
Yeah, but when I came back in 93, I was in a different place. And from being here, I looked at comedy a little differently. From being here, going, wow, how hard is it to be an open micer here? I got to go back to Denver. You don't have to show up with 4 people.
Right.
I didn't have to show up with 4 people. I don't know 4 fucking people. I'm going to ask every week, hey, you want to come to a club and spend $20 to see a bad comic? I don't have that type of fucking balls. So I chose that path, and it was a lot better for me. And I was happy, Lee. I had nothing. Nothing. I had nothing. Half the time I lived in a hotel with some broad. The other time I lived with my cousin, and that was a fucking nightmare. He was always trying to borrow money from me, and here I am broke. I would lend him money and then steal it back in the middle of the night and steal a pill from him. It was a fucking the funniest thing ever. And I didn't want, that's why I say that sometimes, listen, man, nobody gets into comedy because they just want to get into comedy. We all have a reason for whatever the reason is. But after a few years, you'll start looking at that and going, I don't know if I'm going to do it. And then you're like, well, I can go back to baking pies or to delivering fucking whatever the fuck I was delivering when I got this job as a comic. Or I could look at it and attack it because this is as good as it's going to get in my world.
Oh, yeah.
So at least go have fun. They give you 2 free cocktails. Go drink the cocktail. Some chick will always talk to you. Hi. I started working here 6 months ago, but my father loves comedy. Okay. You want to bring me home? Yeah, he will have to meet you. It's the fucking, you're doing comedy 6 months and people come up to you and talk to you.
Oh, yeah.
And it's interesting and, it's a better time without all that shit. This is why I said to you that I appreciate LA. I appreciate the comedy they provide, but some people aren't ready for that emotionally. And it just, the fucking stakes hit you, I don't like being an open mic there.
It was tough.
Like the same people who were at that fucking place on Sunset that they lived there. What was that house? The comedy house and the whole fucking thing. Those people are still there, just a different location. Like, that's a clique. That's a clique.
What?
That's a clique that talks about how, well, I'm friends with this guy. He said he was going to get me in the fucking comedy store. I'm friends with this guy. He said he's going to take me here. It's just a show. It's mental health. If comedy is 40% mental health, when you go to those open mics, you're dealing with 20/80. It's a big fucking swing in those places. Those dudes fucking.
Honestly, dude, it might even be a little bit low. Because I was gonna say, like, I feel like because I started in LA, but I've done open mics all over the country, and it might be closer to 90-10, like just batshit crazy.
But there's a point where you learn from that. You go, holy shit, you know what? That dude's crazy, and I don't want to end up like that motherfucker. I got to do something. Because my comedy scene, in fact, he reached out to me today. The guy that ran that comedy scene just checked in. I wrote him a nice thing back on Facebook. Those were some of the best times of my life. And I knew it was around people who were fucking crazy, who would kill me in a New York minute. There were 3 guys in there that next time you talk to Josh Wolf, a lot of those people aren't around. The people we're doing open mics with. I'd love to find some of them, and a lot of them are around. I still see them on Facebook. We're friends, but the one kid, Jeff, with the handcuff always creeped me out, and sure enough, he jumped off a building, Sure enough, listen, I don't want to...
calling this out now?
Yeah, like 3 of those people abandoned ship. Like one guy jumped into the Seattle water. He hung himself, the guy I'm talking about. And he had like a kid and shit, but I knew he was demented. Nobody keeps going on open mic every Monday with the same act, with the same suit. It smelled like death. And the same act. And there's no growth. There's really no growth, even though you try to talk to them and go, come to this place with me. They show up with the suit and the fucking handcuff again. And that's how you know that there's something going on here. You're like, okay, you know what? I'm going to leave this guy alone. And every time I see him, I'm going to hug him just to make sure he don't got a bayonet on him or something. Something he can stab me with or hit me in the fucking head with.
It's happened a couple of times. Like, because sometimes people will go nuts in those places. Whenever anyone tells me they're nervous to do an open mic, my go-to line is homeless people do open mics. I can't tell you how many actively homeless people have been, especially in LA.
So how is homeless?
No,
I guess different. I didn't walk in there. You
didn't have all of your belongings with you, eating a baguette, and then
I showed up twice at the club with my little army duffel bag. You know what I'm saying?
Your whole life?
Huh?
Was your whole life in that one bag?
Oh, ask Terry. When I met Terry, I showed up and she's like, "Where's the rest of them?" Like. This, no lamp, no nothing. Nah. Who needs a lamp when you're the king of darkness? You know what I'm saying? Look at you. See, you're only eating 100 milligrams, you cocksucker.
I smoked and I'm fucking dying over here. What's wrong with 100 milligrams?
Where'd you get the weed from? Fucking Bavacqua Street?
First of all, I have some that you got me, but I also have good stuff.
I also have good stuff.
You
get shit like 20%.
No, I don't. Oh my god, I might have proof here that I don't. God damn it. Let's see here. This is pre-rolls, but these are 25.
Yeah,
these are pre-rolls from before shows.
2018. I tell you not to buy pre-rolls.
Well, I actually did buy stuff to.
I got 20 fucking. I got a vape.
I'm never here.
I'm never here. Yeah, listen, that's your problem. $8,000 a month, and also you want to become
8,000. Please don't tell people I spend 8. I wish I had 8,000 to spend on a month. It is way too much.
Of people coming over and fucking building your vacuum for you and shit.
Not a vacuum, dude. You can't. I couldn't build some of that shit.
You what?
I can't build some of that. This year, an event. I'm so happy.
Hey, what am I, Johnny Engineer? You don't see me buying that shit.
Yeah, because your wife can build it. What do you
listen, no.
What do you mean? Yeah, she's good at that stuff. She likes it.
I'm building her own stuff. That's what I'm saying. I can't dump my stuff on her.
I know, but I don't have it. I don't have a wife.
Dump it on. I can't do that to nobody. So I ain't gonna hire some poor moke that's gonna come over, and I gotta be nice to him for 2 hours.
Oh no, you have to. What do you mean you have to be nice to him? You leave him alone. Why is that your worst case scenario? That you might have to be nice to someone for 2 hours.
You gotta offer him milk and cookies.
No, you really don't.
Ask him how his family is. What type of animal are you, Lee? You fucking desert Jews. You don't even give you a fucking not even a canteen.
You give them a water, and you give them a tip, and then you let them do their thing.
You give them a what?
You say, hey, you want a drink? And then they usually say no, and then you give them a tip, and then that's it. That's all you gotta do. They don't want you hanging out with them. I was like, I can't imagine going into someone's house and doing that shit.
Me neither. That's pressure. That's why I can't imagine having somebody come in my house and me looking with a straight face going, hi, I'd like you to build something for me. I'm too fucking stupid. Listen, I'm never gonna lie to you. I'm never gonna lie to you. Because you were talking about 3 years ago, and it made me think about something. When I first started going up to 149th 8th Street to see my godmother, and I would play with the tenants in her buildings, there was one kid who I thought was just brilliant. If I was 5 or 6, he was the same. I struggled with English, This kid was Spanish just like me, but this motherfucker was on a different level of smart. He's the kid who taught me how to build models.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and we were talking one day, and we would just go downstairs to the model store where we used to buy the glue for Sticky Charlie. This is 2 years before Sticky Charlie, by the way.
Oh, damn.
So I was 5. This is 1969. It could have been, I was 8, 1968. And I would go down there, and one day he goes, I like to build one of those, but my mom doesn't have the money. And I'm like, listen, what if I get the money from my mom? You build it, teach me how to build it, and you keep the fucking thing. And he goes, deal. And we bought the glue downstairs, and he bought I bought the Hulk. And he just taught me how to put the glue together. But I had a desire to learn that. It wasn't. I always thought, maybe I'll have him fucking make the thing and take it home to my mom. Look what I did. Meanwhile, my mom knows I'm a fucking idiot. I can't put that together. He taught me. So I think I paid for 2 models. I went to my mom. My mom was great. Just let me see what the models. And I told her the truth. I said, I don't know how to do these things. And he taught me. And after that, but I can't imagine there's a 60-year-old fucking man. Me having somebody to come over to build me a shoe fucking closet. I have so many things I need to do here. I need to somebody help me with the garage and rip down the wall and stuff like that. If you hire somebody in construction now or any field now, right? They tell you they're going to come over and they're going to do it. And then all of a sudden after 2 days, bro, they come, they tear it up, and then they leave for 4 days because they got to go to another job.
Yep.
And your job was supposed to be only 5 days. Now it's 2 weeks, and your wall's open. God knows what lives in there, what can get in. So before that happens, I'm going to have a friend of mine come in here. This is what he does on the weekends and on Saturdays in January when it's cold. We'll rip down the board. He says he'll take it in his truck. I help him out. He helps me out. And it all works out at the end, player. But you're going to have a great time. How many shows? Wednesday, Thursday?
5. Thursday through Saturday.
It's a great club, man. And I saw a lot of great shows. That's why I met Felicia Michaels.
Oh, I didn't know you met her there.
At the bar there.
Wow. I knew you worked with her, but I didn't know you met her there.
She was already a big shot, though.
Right.
Schimmel. Fucking, I saw a lot of great acts there right after Roseanne left. I never saw Roseanne perform there. But first of all, let's get this straight. After I got into comedy, I would go there on Tuesday nights. And in those days, the headliner would have to come in and close the open mic. I mean, it was like Bobby Collins in those days, Bobby Slayton, It was just a great, she's always had a great comedy mind. What these people are doing now, She was doing in 1993, 91 when I walked in there. When you walk in there, you realize I walked in there fucking in 1991. Were you born by then?
Yeah, I was born in 88.
You were born the year I came out of prison. How can I forget that? That's a good year.
It really was.
Anyway, so I got nothing this week, basically. I think I'm just going to go do guest sets at 2 shows. Hopefully, I like to go to Aaron Berg's Friday night at Uncle Vinny's. It's an 8 p.m. show. I'll try. I love Aaron Berg. Thursday, I got 2 options. What do you got? You got the Denver Comedy Works.
That's right.
And then you come back. By then, we should have the lease done. And then, I'm sure getting the fucking internet's going to take 2 or 3 weeks, I'm assuming. But that building, they got a ton of shit there. So it's a great. We have the new Bat Cave in North Bergen. That's all these motherfuckers got to know about. I am very excited we're going back. This opens a lot of doors to guests, that I could never get my hands on before, like I told you. And that's it, man. I'm excited for 2025. I got some shows. You got some shows. So if we stay healthy, we got some good shit going on, play, and we don't have to do this motherfucker on Zoom no more.
I'm so excited to see you, buddy.
Me too, buddy. So yeah, have a great time on the road. Wear a condom. And what's going on there, Trump breath? Man,
I don't know which one is worse. I don't know whose breath is. It's not fuck politics. Which one's breath stinks worse?
Hey, he stuck his muffler. He stuck his tongue up Stormy's muffler, so it can't be that bad. He ain't got no cavities. Maybe he'll get a brown tooth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was going to say, I think that would make it smell worse.
When you're like 40 and you eat a lot of ass, you get like a little brown tooth over here. And people know this motherfucker's dangerous. Forget about Blade. This guy's throwing heat, Jack. It's election day. And I ain't voting. I ain't going near those fucking places today. I'm going to stay home, mind my business. I got a couple little things to do. And that's it.
I don't blame. Like, what is it? What does it feel like watching all this stuff and you can't, like, would you vote if you could? Like, what is it like knowing you can't vote?
Honest to God, man. I don't want to be responsible. So I don't vote. People like, you got to pick a side. Bro, I'm lost here. So It doesn't matter. The funniest guy, this election has been very funny, and it's going to be dirty tomorrow. And there's going to be consequences, But there's 2 things that stick out. I went to a basketball thing the other day with my daughter and the parents, and they were talking. You really can't tell people who you're voting for anymore. People will argue with you and fight with you, especially in these political times. Like, everybody's a fucking politician. What the fuck is that about? Like, if I vote, I'm going to tell people, listen, bitch, this is why I vote. And, I thought about it. But in this election, you can't even pick a side, really. People are losing shit if they mention Trump. It's insane. It really fucking insane.
I did a midnight show on Saturday, and the comic after me, it was like 15 people in the crowd. But the comic after me did a political joke. One group liked one side, and then the like someone else, like a heckler, couldn't believe that they liked that person. So like there was like an argument going on in the audience because someone liked a specific, and it doesn't matter what side it happens on, but it happened in an audience.
And it's really sad. That's why I stray from it, because all my life I've strayed. I knew my mother owning a bar, there was no religion and no politics. That shit gets people riled the fuck up. So you stay away from it. Yeah. I've stayed away from it on stage. I'm not going to go up there right now in these times and mention a fucking voting box.
No.
Because that's what they're listening for. No, and I don't want to, but it's just really funny. And then like RFK, that motherfucker did more coke than me. He did that Kennedy coke. That motherfucker can't even talk anymore. He couldn't even blow out a candle on his birthday and shit. You know what I'm saying? He's got to put a fan behind his head to blow out a fucking candle. No, I am in charge of vitamins. Listen, what kind of vitamins are you talking? You know, enough. I mean, it is, the other guy looks like a fucking pedophile. You know, Walls, that dude.
Oh.
Walls. That dude definitely was in a fucking park bathroom looking out the creep, whacking off one time, or in a tree with fucking, you know, with a leather jacket, dressed up, you know, with fucking peanut butter in one pocket and peanut M&Ms in the other, in case, well, peanut butter in one and M&Ms in the other, in case they're allergic, you know. Those are professional pedophiles. They show up with a peanut treat and then a non-peanut treat, because they don't want you to get allergic and die or whatever the fuck it is that happens to you, which is nothing.
YouTube's gonna love this one. Can you imagine? I think we've gone after every candidate.
Listen, I didn't go after anybody because I ain't voting. I'm just telling you what I see in a comedic sense. You know, like when I look at it, I'm like, what's going on here? You know, Kennedy's, the original guy, looked like a fucking stud. Nixon looked like a stud, you know, whatever his name is. He was fucking slinging dick when he was the president, playing the saxophone. He came on the chick's dress. That dude looked like a stud. And then you got these fucking guys that look like they can't blow out a birthday candle. They fucking, you know. So that dude did tons of fucking coke. I forgive him for it. I don't even give a fuck. I'm just saying that, you know. Don't show. It's like me showing up now with fucking, you know, a bag of apples. Listen, it's too late for that. You had your chance. You know, it's like that 40-year-old that shows up with the Pittsburgh Steelers shirt. You know, and you're like, listen, come here. Let me talk to you about something. You're in no danger. Put the shirt away. You ever see that? Like older guys with like jerseys, like, or they play softball, and they'll tell you like, oh, 3 for 4 today. Guy, come here. Give it up. Okay? Lighten up. You went 3 for 4. You played against a bunch of fucking softball guys. You're drinking. You take it seriously. This is for fun. What are you going to call the Mets?
Dude, what do you think about the guys who, like, when they're going, who they're like, they are on bicycles, but they have like the full, like the skin tight suit and the helmet, and they're just riding around the suburbs, and like,
one man under God. If nobody was watching, I'd hit one of those guys just for GP, because they'll always drive you crazy.
Right.
Especially there's 10 of them. They're tough. 10 bike riders are supposed to be scared. You know what I'm saying? They look at you when you pass by. Fuck you, and they throw water at you. Listen, let's come make a U-turn and hit all of you head on, and let's see what type of party this is.
What are you doing to them? Why are they throwing water at you?
Whatever, because you speed by them. You can only do 50 miles an hour for so long before you go beep, beep. Yeah, move over to the fucking bike lane or ride in the grass. I don't know what you need to do. You know, you're going to fucking listen. I have these back roads here. Okay?
Okay.
Like I have Route 18 and I fucking do 80 on that. And then on the 9 is every man for himself. They just fucking on the 9. But every once in a while, you know what? Let me take a side road. And dog, those are the worst ideas you could have. Because I swear to God, there's a road that I have to hit. And every time I hit that road, you're like 8 minutes from the house. You got to pee, you got to shit, you got to scratch your ass, you got a bong hit. But there's always that dude that, you know, sees you coming, you're doing 90, but he wants to get running and then do the speed limit and look out for
or under, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, guy, I'll blow right the for last night I blew past the guy. He chased me. Couldn't chase me. Couldn't fucking find me after that. I saw him spinning around the 18 and shit back and forth. I forget his license plate was like Dick or something like that. Get the fuck out. I ain't waiting. I'm 61. I'm not playing your fucking game. I'm going to beep at you very politely, and if you don't pull over, I'm going to go around you. I don't care whether it's a double yellow, a double white. Those days ended. I got a clean license. What am I sitting here taking this from these fucking people? this fucking abuse from these people doing the speed limit or under the speed limit. Those people have always driven me crazy. And I thought they were only in California, but they're here too. And they're double here. They leave gaps in between and people cut them off. And you're like, what are you doing? Why is there a gap between you and that car? We got to hit the green fucking light here. So
why are you in such a, like, why do you want everyone to be right on top of everybody?
Go. The light is green. The best is the light is green, and you're going to let this guy cut in from the fucking driveway.
Oh, no, you can't let them
all the way to the left. Why? Your light is green. Don't be a fucking priest. You don't need to be Johnny Nice Guy. Tell him wait when his turn. You ain't let him cut all the way over there because then he's going to hold me at the fucking light.
Fuck him.
When I get out, listen, when I'm the first car at a green light that makes a left, I shoot out of there like a bat out of hell. You know why? Because I'm thinking about the guy behind me. I ain't got time to dilly-dally. If that light goes off and you make a left, and then I decide, oh, green light, there's a gap. There's a huge fucking gap. I don't want no fucking gaps on those lights. Go.
It does piss you off.
It
pisses me off. Like when they're taking a left and then there's like a second or two between each car, and we could get so many more cars through.
Think about the guy behind you. There's a 60-year-old that needs to piss like a fucking racehorse, and you want to dilly-dally and look at your phone or try to figure out how to do the self-driving on the Tesla. You know, a couple of days ago, I passed by a Tesla. This chick was doing like 60. She had her feet up. She had the computer out. I'm like,
no, she didn't. Did you really? That's crazy.
Yeah, she did. And she was on the fucking phone driving. And I'm like, wow. Like these people need to get hit one time. Like sideswiped. Just so they go. And the computer cuts their fucking titty off or something so they'll never do that shit again. Why would you, I don't understand.
You lost me a little bit on the getting the titty cut off.
Who knows? The computer gets hit this way, you go this way, and the computer's sticking up and it stabs you in the tit. Now you got to walk around like Angelina Jolie with a scar on your right tit.
And do you remember, like, how when you made the decision that you were just going to start, like that's the funniest thing ever. You have a clean license, so you have one to give. So it's like, when did you make that decision that you're just going to pass people? You're going to do whatever you want?
Once I hit 60, it's all over. I earned the right. I hit 60. You know what the chances are hitting 60 in today's world? Once I hit 60, I said, listen, I ain't got time to fuck around with these people. I really don't. I got a stress monitor on my fucking Whoop now. Right. If I told you, I look at my stress monitor, it's like medium, I just walk away. You just stress me out. I ain't got time for this shit. I'm 60. I want my conversation to be fucking no stress, like low stress. If I look at that stress meter and I see medium or high, arrivederci. I ain't talking to you. That's part of my mental health program. You know what I'm saying?
Have you started walking away from people?
Oh, all the time now. I don't have time for this shit. You're depressing me. I just told you 2 minutes ago. I just told you the fucking where the fucking thing was 2 minutes ago. Now you want to come back and tell me a story? Uh-oh. Stress is on medium. Gotta go. I ain't got time for this shit.
And where do you go? That's
back to my car, fucking to run the light. I don't fucking know. Listen, if I'm on the phone and you're stressing me out, it's over. I gotta go. I'll hang up while you're going, listen, wait, but they make. I just don't do it no more. There's a guy that wants me to start a weed company with him. I don't ever want to start a weed company again. And I told him this. He hits me up every month, and I fucking torture him. Meet me, give me a sample. This ain't enough. I need to know. He always tortures me. I need to know tomorrow. So I'll call him, and when he answers, I'll hang up on him. And then he'll keep calling me back. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm on to the next savage. I'm already on the phone with you. He's beeping, beep, beep, trying to call back. And I'm thinking I'm going to sign on. He won't hear from me for days. And then we start the process all over again, like 2 weeks later. Hey, I got a new edible. You want to try it? Yeah, sure. And then I torture him about the edible. And then I tell him, this is the time for me to sign on. And then 2 days later, I give him the same treatment. I call him. He don't answer. And then he calls me 18 times. Like, where are you? Where are you? Pick up the phone. Listen, I ain't picking up this phone till next Tuesday. All right, so leave me the fuck alone. I'm on a different level, Lee. Forget it. After my little mental health breakdown when I moved here, I figured out it was fucking people and listening to their shit. And I'm done. I'm too old. I'm going to sit here. My brother, he fucking fell off the... Listen, again, what's it got to do with me? You want 100 for the card, for the cast, or whatever? But if you're going to give me an ear beating, enough. I don't need it no more. I'm running out of time. My battery, my ear are running out of time. Any day now, I'll go deaf. And I don't want to go deaf listening to these fucking baboons talk to me about shit that I don't even want to know about.
I appreciate it. I wish you, God, like I said it before, as soon as you turn 50, we start saying crazy shit like that.
Well, I start saying that someday I'm going to die, but at the same fucking time, it's true. Your time is fucking limited now. When you're 20, you can talk to everybody. Oh, your aunt's got lymphoma. Let's talk. You know, you may suck my dick, you may not, for taking the ear beating. But now, I don't want my dick sucked. Why am I talking to you? Why are you giving me an ear beating? I don't want to do these things. You know, why do you keep tormenting me? Hey, Saturday, me and my buddies are getting together. We'd love to have you. Yeah, sure. Great. I'm going to be there, a fucking ape in a zoo. People touching me. Are you really a comedian? Do you really know Joe Rogan? How was Adam Sandler? Yeah, listen, leave me alone. Go bother somebody. Go fucking... No, I'm not doing it. I had to tell my buddy of 40 years a couple weeks, because he calls me once a month. Hey, we're getting together. A bunch of guys. They're going to play poker. First of all, I'm really busy on Saturdays and Sundays. Right. But I'm not going to stop my softball game with my daughter or end her fun because I got to go sit with a bunch of goons touching me and fucking, you know. And at the end of the day, can we take a picture? Can you call? My son's in a wheelchair. Why don't you call? Listen, what am I going to do? Make him walk? You know. What am I going to do? What am I, Jesus? I'm going to hit him in the head. He's going to be playing basketball 2 minutes later. And you sit there, what the fuck?
And so you just avoid it.
I look at the whoop. And I love it. If it tells me keep walking, keep walking. Even when I watch like a stupid game or something, I'll look at the whoop. I didn't even bet the game. Why am I get the fuck out of here? I'll put something soft on, like fucking something on Netflix, people. 2 girls falling in love or some shit.
I've noticed like you seem less I don't know, like you seem more at peace than you have before, I'll put it like that.
Dog, I had to figure out what the fuck was going on with LA. I mean, your career's doing great. You have a fun podcast. And, you know, it was just, and I couldn't figure it out. And it really fucked with me. I really had to study it. You know, that's when I went with BetterHelp. And the girl gave me little exercises. And she's like, this is what you got to avoid, man. Just avoid it. You don't want to be involved in it anyway. So why are you talking about it? Why are they up to you? What? No, I don't, I just don't want to do that shit. And that's it. I had to make up my mind. When we were living in LA, I didn't say no to nothing.
Right.
And before that, before I met my wife, I didn't say no to anything. And my wife told me one day, she's like, you got to knock this shit off. Like in 2004. And like a year later, I got the longest yard. You're wasting time. You're spinning your fucking wheels. These people, everybody's got a dream. You got to figure it out on your own. I can't help you figure out your fucking dream. And then you put a guilt trip on me. Oh, you did a movie. How do I get into a movie? You got to be special. Now, stop fucking my balls. I'm a fucking felon. I got a fucking high school diploma. I'm a bum. I was telling my wife a couple weeks ago about how insane it is that I got them to put me in a movie.
Why do you think that's insane?
It really is insane. Every time I booked a big movie, I would sit there and just giggle and go, these bastards have no idea. Like, they just have no idea. I know that there's people that take acting seriously, and they started when they were 12, and they were also a magician, and they played in a band, and they worked their whole life, and they audition. And then a guy like me comes along basically stand up and a couple acting classes in LA. And I'm not in a film. I'm in a major studio film, whether it's Spider-Man 2, The Longest Yard, Taxi,
Basketball,
the one I did with the Soprano people, the one I did with Rocky Balboa. They sucked, but they're still big time movies.
but what about like the reason why like I disagreed was like I'm not trying to suck your dick, but like the $100 a day movies you did before, you didn't just open up with. I know Basketball was early on, but you didn't open up with all great movies.
No, I opened up with that's the first thing I opened up with.
Well, Basketball, yeah, that was
a commercial. Okay, that's the first thing I opened up with, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I couldn't book it. Yeah. And then I worked hard. I remember I went on the road for like a year and a half. I came back and Mad TV. And Mad TV really gave me a push. It didn't sell no tickets, but everybody in the industry watches Mad TV.
Right. And at least it gave you some validity.
But it's really crazy that I talk somebody to get me in a fucking movie. And I think back of like, being in trouble, fucking around at the high school. And then I think of the guys that were actually in performing arts, that were nerds with their glasses on, and now they're going to go to a college and join a theater group. I didn't do any of that. So do you understand where I'm coming from? Especially with my background. I'm like, I just watched movies. I love movies as a kid. Love watching fucking movies. So that was my thing. If I learn, and I got to tell you something, man. There's times I'm talking to people about acting or something, and they'll say something, and I go, don't you watch fucking movies? I started watching movies just to watch movies, to learn their language, to get entertained. But as I was watching them, I go, that would be interesting making a movie. From the time before I went to prison, I was trying to get into the movie business. Whether as a fucking... In fact, I'm going to dinner with somebody the 16th. And I told you, he was a cameraman for Good Morning America for 25 fucking years. The only job he ever had. And I used to bug him. He was my CYO coach.
All right.
And I would call him and say, how do I get in there? And he would, he would like say, go away. Like basically, come on, man. You have no acting experience. Come on. And that was
acting out on your radar, or was it like working on them?
I didn't really know. I just thought the process of making a film was very interesting. It was something that always, just
interested you.
Listen, I could sit and watch a movie 15 times if it's good.
Yeah.
I'm one of those guys. I could sit and watch it and study it and go, wow, that was great. How'd they do that? And then I'll go on Wikipedia and I'll see how they did that. I'm a geek.
Cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, cool.
I'm a geek like that. Like that's the shit I really like. But the fact that I talk somebody into letting me in a movie, Lee, is just fucking crazy. The fact that I'm in the union for 26 years now. How the fuck did I end up in a union for 26 fucking years? Can somebody please tell me this shit?
You don't think you worked hard?
I didn't work. I worked at being a stand-up. If you think I was in front of the mirror going, me, I don't know about that shit. I didn't know anything about acting until I moved. Obviously, I moved to LA. I booked basketball and something else. And it was like I embarrassed myself. So I went to a fucking acting class. I went to like 2 or 3 of them, one really good big one. And while I was there, I'm like, I don't need this no more. This is, and then I started learning different things about stand-up, that your timing when you're a stand-up, and it's just, so acting and stand-up go together. It's one of the many facets from stand-up, producing, podcasting, writing on a TV show, writing movies. Stand-up is the sun, and all this shit drifts from it. And it's really cool. That's why Michael Keaton, Andy Garcia, all these people were all part of some stand-up thing early on. Because it really opens up your door, And it's like I told you, You want to meet people? Go to an acting class. That'll tell you. They'll tell you where to go. They will tell you where to go.
And like, where, if you were gonna start with an act, because I've taken one commercial acting class, and as you're talking, that's all I was thinking is that I'm in New York. I need to take some sort of acting class. Like, what would you start with? Improv?
You're in the haven of acting classes.
I know. And then,
I would take a basic acting class with an emphasis on cold study work, because cold reading. I'm sorry.
Okay. What's that mean?
That's me giving you a piece of paper, giving you 2 minutes, and going read what you feel in your heart.
Okay.
And if we get somewhere, then I'll move you on. But cold reading is very important because it's stand-up. Cold reading is 1 sheet, 10 sheets, whatever the fuck they give you. And I don't know how to describe it, but you have to be good at cold reading.
Right, because you don't get 2 minutes on stage. On stage, something happens, and you have to, like, that's why I was thinking improv could be good.
Nah, because you're going to be with a bunch of schlumps in there doing improv. You know, you don't want to. We're stand-ups. Okay. It's us, a wall, and a microphone.
Right.
Don't ever get that wrong. Improv people got to go up there with 28 people. I don't. I don't want to do that.
Right? No, yeah, that's not what I want to do either.
Me, the mic, and the fucking brick wall against you, cocksucker. And we use all those elements.
Right.
The brick wall, the microphone, us, the hands. So that's what I dig. It's that simple.
Okay.
You know, and cold reading workshops are usually a weekend.
Okay.
Everything on a Saturday costs you $65, $100. You know, look out for really good. If you like a movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Really enjoy a movie, you go, oh, that guy was great. At the end, look who the casting director was.
Okay.
And Google the casting director. A lot of times those people do those workshops.
Oh, the actual casting directors will do like workshops you can go to?
And it's $100, but it's $100 well spent, because you're going to do everything by the number from the minute you walk in to the minute you leave. You're going to act correctly. You're going to dress correctly. You're not going to have cocaine on your breath, because these people could put you in films. Right. So I took an Ivana Chubbuck one, but the best one I ever took was Christian Kaplan. He's in LA. He was the head of Fox, and he taught a fucking cold reading class. So I paid the whatever on a Saturday. Little gay guy, cool as shit, smoother than the motherfucker. And I read for him, and he kept saying, Joey, come back and read something different. You know, and I could tell, all right. And a month later, this motherfucker calls me, calls my agent, and says he wants me to read for Taxi.
No way.
Okay, now, the funny part of the story is on the way there, I got a call from Bobby Slate.
Okay, the comic.
And he would always like braggadocio. My brother, I love Bobby. But he would go always, he goes, what are you doing? And I go, I'm going to read for Taxi. He goes, I just booked the role last night. I had dinner with the director. I'm going to do some role. I don't know who. And he asked me who I was reading for, and I didn't say nothing to him. So I guess at dinner, the director told him he had it, but he never told nobody else.
Oh, no.
So Christian Kaplan read me and goes, this is the guy. And the director agreed. And 2 days later, I got a call from Bobby Slayton going, motherfucker, you took my role.
Oh, Jesus Christ. How good did that feel?
Huh?
Yeah, I said, how good did that feel?
It didn't feel good.
I know you love Bobby, but
that's what I tell people all the time. Fuck you and your dinners. Fuck you and your dinners. Fuck you that your friend, your sister's friend. Everybody's got a hookup. The best hookup you got is what comes out of your mouth on that stage and what comes out of your mouth when you go to an audition. That's the hookup right there. You want to fucking be seen? Do a good read. You want to fucking... And they're scams. I'm the king of scams. Like, I knew if I read for Christian, eventually he put me in something. I just knew. I did another acting thing with I forget the guy who cast Godfather 2, and that was great. But he never called me in for nothing. But I never really got to work with him like one-on-one like that, you know.
I probably shouldn't start with those though, right? Like I should start with some introductions and like because I've never done anything.
Intro to acting, brother.
Okay.
Listen to what the teacher has to say. Take points from it. You know, like in your mind, you go, I'm not ever going to act, or I'm never going to need this. Yes, you are. Eventually, someday you're going to need it. And some of the shit in there pertains to stand-up.
Yeah, there has to be a lot. I wonder if they must have, like, I would love if they had a class on like act outs.
Act outs.
Like you know, like I don't like facial expressions, like stuff like that. Like I don't really do any of that stuff.
Let's just go to acting class, all right?
Huh?
Just go to acting class.
I am going to acting class.
Listen, cold reading is also when I would get a cold reading sheet, 2, 3 sheets. Okay, it's a scene. Basically, it's a fucking scene. When you first get that scene, it's like a stand-up set, right? You just wrote it out, and then you perform it that night. And you come home that night, and you look at the stand-up set. And while you're on stage, you'll do different things. Like, you know, I love Chinese people. I go to acupuncture. I love Bruce Lee. But the only thing I don't like is when Chinese people play poker, when they watch me when I'm playing blackjack and just do that face. You know, that's something you're going to get the more you fucking read that. That's why when I get a cold reading sheet, I read it sober. Dead sober. I read it twice. And then it's time to go smoke a number. And then you come back and you look at it again. And that's when you add the flavor. That's when you put the marks, the beats in. That's when you go, I'm going to change this word because I already say it here. I'm going to pay attention and do something completely different. And then you have that settled. That's your fucking masterpiece. But what happens if they call you back to producers? You got to
do something different.
You got to top that with the same lines or whatever. So you keep reading it. By the time you get the producer session, they're going to give you that and 2 other scenes. But you're going to read this one first because you know it and you're rocking with it. And after a while, it's the more you do a bit, the more you add life to it.
Right.
Okay? You write the story, you color it in, you do it, and then go, ooh, I got to write this in. I remember still doing that, the first storyteller show for Ari. Me, Mark Maron, in the back of the improv. There was maybe 16 people there, and I decided to tell a story about Pink Floyd with Joe Focaraccio. I told that story 20 times, but it had been like a year or 2 since I told it. I never told it on stage, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, wow.
When I told it on stage that night, 2 days later, somebody sent me the tape. I had added so many elements. You slow it down and you sell it.
Interesting. Because I don't really even tell stories at all, but I've seen it with bits, but with a story, especially your stories.
Even with a bit, you're selling it.
Right.
You're selling a fucking bit. So you always be selling. ABC, cocksucker. I want to talk to you cocksuckers about DraftKings real quick. Let's take a breather, and we'll be right back. Tip top Magoo. We're back, bitches. Don't forget, we got a lot of sports left in DraftKings. You got football, you got college football, you got basketball, you got pro basketball. By the way, Lee, I love basketball. You know?
Oh, yeah.
I love watching live basketball. I love watching baseball, football. Football is just too cold. It's got to be on the Lord's Day. It's got to be fucking 90 degrees. You're sitting out there. I went to my 1,000th basketball game with my family on Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
We got the tickets about 2 weeks ago. We're fired up, good tickets. The drive down there couldn't have been easier. Where we parked and walking into the building, couldn't have been easier. The cheesesteaks, fucking delicious. The French fry, and I don't eat French, bro, fucking delicious. I had a great time. I did like 10 bong hits. I did some edibles. I fucking sat there. I didn't say nothing to nobody. I took a mushroom bread strip. I had like two of them.
Good.
Now. And I'm watching this game now. I'm having a great time with the people behind me, the people to the side of me. There were two little fags in front of me that I think their girlfriends got them tickets, and they were both like, talking and whatever the fuck they were doing, talking about how to solve the world's problems. It was basically one of the worst fucking games I've ever watched in my life. Memphis, who I love John Morant. They are so bad. And it felt like John Morant didn't want to score. Like he was scared to score. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? He had like 18 points, maybe 14 points. And then on the Sixers side, they were so fucking bad. And me and my daughter love Maxey. We went for the Maxey matchup against Ja. Maybe they cover each other, whatever. I mean, the Sixers were so fucking bad. And here's the funny thing. Embiid said in the beginning of the season he's going to play every other game to save himself for the playoffs. And that kind of bummed me out. And I'm watching that night. He's there. And to watch your team get killed like this without saying, you know what, give me my fucking shoes. Like, what's his name in The Longest Yard? Give me my fucking shoes. I'm going back in.
Oh, yeah.
We left with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Again, I love
wow, it was that bad.
Yeah, I love it. And that was 8 minutes too long. Like we should have, people were walking out in the third quarter, at the end of the third quarter about Exodus. I was with my daughter. I didn't want to, I'm not waiting to the end to leave with all those savages, but let's go 8 minutes. And we got up at 8 minutes and walked out of there like nothing happened, got in the car and came home. And we all talked on the way home. And my daughter and I go to we saw the Celtics, we saw the Knicks. We go to Philly twice a year to watch fucking games. And basically this was, I don't know what's going on with basketball because, again, I'm a big fan of basketball. I'm a big fan of Kyrie Irving. I put Dallas on a few weeks ago. And I cut it off. It was unwatchable.
Basketball or football?
Basketball. I was watching. We're talking about fucking basketball.
Okay, just making sure.
I watched the Knicks on Friday night at my friend's house. I didn't really want to watch the Knicks, but the mushrooms are starting to kick in. I didn't want to sit in the main area, so I was in the back just making believe I'm watching this Knicks game. And I'm going, what the fuck is this? And I watched somebody else. I watched Cleveland play. Is it Cleveland? Yeah. They're on fire lately. And they looked okay. But everybody else looks like fuck. The Knicks look like dog shit. Dog shit. They traded that white dude. They traded Brandel. You know what, man? I'll stay to watching at home. I ain't fucking paying to go to, and it broke my heart.
Really? And what
did
Mercy think about it?
Listen, she was saying, you suck. So for her, it was great. I said, Mercy, what are you saying? She goes, I'm in Philly, Dad. You're right. You got a point there. You can say you suck in Philly, and people are like, all right, yeah, he does suck.
That's amazing.
She was having a great time. Every time they shot a foul shot, she would get up and go boo and yell, and do a bunch of shit with the rest of the lunatics over there. Listen, that's
great.
For me, I didn't care. I had a good time.
Right, but the game sucked.
I don't know what happened to basketball, Lee. It's just the money, the fucking something. Nobody rebounds. That shit drives me crazy. That a guy that's 7 footers shooting 30 footers, and there's nobody underneath. Like they just, all right, he missed. That's a fucking offensive threat right there. I was born on the rebound. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck can you just look at it like, okay, we'll give the rebound up? Fuck no, get in there. And that's what I told Mercy when she plays. I go, there's 10 points a game under the basket. Just hanging around like a vampire. There. There's 10 points. Never
hanging around like a vampire.
Yeah, you're hanging out like a vampire, looking around, breathing on people, you know.
But and what and just grabbing rebounds?
Yeah, you're grabbing offensive rebounds. At least challenge them. But you can't shoot a 35-footer. I'm going to kill somebody. Yeah. I'm going to kill somebody. You know, you can't put a 35-footer in and fucking...
Is that a three-pointer?
Yeah. Anything after, like, I don't know what the distance is, but everybody's shooting these bombs.
Yeah, it sucks. It's boring to watch. And dude, this is coming from a Celtics fan who we won last year because of all threes. But it's boring to watch.
It's boring to watch.
I'm younger, so like when the Celtics had Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and Kevin Garnett, those few years, like that was when it was fun. Like they had and I don't know anything about basketball, but they had the main guys who would like, you know, they do a bunch of like 2-point shots and like go in for like for dunks and layups. But then we had Ray Allen, who was the 3-point. We had one 3-point shooter on each team, and now every person's shooting. Why are the centers shooting threes?
I know. I just want you to go in and bang it, and I want to see some people getting bit. All the sixes underneath were god awful, and all three players underneath were god awful. Even my daughter said, "Dad, they can't get a rebound." It was sad because I enjoy it, brother. I enjoy that. You know, listen, I don't go to the Knick because it's too much parking and walking and fucking moving around this goddamn thing here. Sorry about that. But I like my shit easy. That night I had options. I could have gone to Brooklyn to see Iron Maiden in a box with the Florentine crime family. But I already had tickets for Philly. But I would have gone up there just to see, you know, listen, I want to see Iron Maiden like I want to see a fucking, you know, worry about fucking midgets or something. But go up there, drink a couple cocktails, maybe eat a sandwich in the box.
Right, the box is fun.
I want to go with the girls. I like going to Philly. That's my family thing with them. It's easy for me. It's not like going to Great Adventure. I got to walk 18 miles for nothing to get a shitty piece of ice cream and be surrounded with people smoking dope around kids. I hate all that shit. But this is safe for me. I can walk in. Usually I buy a T-shirt or two. She bought the popcorn. Even the popcorn was good in Philly. They put salt on it.
Yeah.
Got to put salt on popcorn. What is this? Put some salt on that motherfucker. It tastes like the Eucharist. It's like going to a Jew's house for Passover. They give you those tasteless fucking crackers that you got to make believe you enjoy. Like, Mom, you got to put a piece of ham. Mom, you got to put a
ham on it.
Yeah, put some ham on this motherfucker. Ponle jamón, acere, ma jamón, like in Scarface. God damn it. So you're not going to Florida this week now, or you are?
No, I'm going to Florida. I'm going to Tampa, Side Splitters. I'm going to be there the 7th through the 9th.
And you're headlining?
No, I'm featuring.
Who's headlining?
Ian Fidance. Very, very funny.
Very funny guy. And what are you going to do on Wednesday? You was going to hang out with Steve?
I'm going to hang out with Simone. We're going to eat Italian food.
Mickey Mouseville?
And find something to do. I'll do comedy somewhere.
Fucking Orlando.
You know what, man? It was interesting.
Nice club. It hasn't been the same. You know what I'm saying? The Pulse nightclub.
I don't know what club. The what club? The Pulse Snake? Is that what you said?
Remember there was a shooting at a gay club 3 years ago, the Pulse.
Oh yeah. Oh good.
And it's never been the same since. I mean, the whole town is haunted now. You hear, ooh, you hear like little gay ghosts and shit. Nobody wants to deal with that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So even the people at Mickey Mouseville come back and go, I had a gay ghost in my room. I don't know what happened. These are jokes, Lee. These are jokes. You're looking around like, what the fuck is he talking about?
I love it. You're going kind of hard. No, I'm fine. I was excited. It was just, it wasn't the right. I was going to talk to you about that because, like, how do you making a decision on like an emotion, and learning to to maybe like trust your gut, or I don't know, like did you ever make a decision like you regretted, like is it just like when you were angry or really happy, or
every goddamn day?
Yeah.
Again, we're talking about mental health.
Mm-hmm.
I had to change everything because I don't like waking up to pee at 3 a.m. and thinking about something. And in those days, I would get up to pee at 2, 3 a.m. and know someone might go, why did I take that weekend? Why? And I would curse myself, and I would kept doing it. It was the ones when they caught you at a weird time. Because they got to keep asking. Do you want that week? Do you want? It was like when I did the last year of the pandemic, before the pandemic happened. I had dates in New York, Boston. Do you remember that? And San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
For some fucking reason, I decided to do Miami in the middle of all this. And that's when that movie called me. And they were like, we want you in New York on the 4th. And I'm like, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. I'm already tied up in a love triangle here. I got Boston. I got the Connecticut Club. And we had Town Hall. And I'm like, I'm not fucking doing it. That Miami, that killed me. That killed me. Because I was already had a lot on my plate. Just that one weekend, well, in retrospect, it was the weekend I dosed Tom. That was the weekend I fucking killed Tom. And we had to pull up in Waco, Texas. And we had to give him a ton of water and fucking IVs and whatever the fuck it was. And we landed at 6 a.m. and at lunchtime, he already called me. And he's like, what was in that? I'm still high. Go to bed, dog. Why about this shit? That's the only good positive from that. And that's what I was doing a lot of. I was making a lot of mistakes that were keeping me up at night. Now I got rules. First of all, don't ever take a booking on a Friday. If they call you for your booking, it's because you're on the road and you really don't know what's going on. You're doing your favorite thing in the world. So they're going to catch you after you had a good set and you're going to go, yeah. And then you're going to get off the phone and go, what the fuck did I just do? That's a connecting flight to Michigan.
Right.
That's a whole thing, you know. And that's the things you do. That's why I told you how I wrote a thing about every weekend I went to Cleveland, Pittsburgh, North Carolina. I wrote my own review. They write a review on what I did. I write a review on how they did, how I liked the room. Don't eat the fucking breakfast, you know. And when I get a call, I go, hold on 1 second. Let me look at where you're putting me. Nah. Pass. And I did that a lot. But there was a lot of times that you look at your daughter and you think they need the money and I'm old school. I don't even want to sit there broke and think that I turned down that gig you offered me for $1,000. Because I would be in that position and go, fuck, I should have taken that grand deal. Now I got nothing. And that's why when that mentality was going on, I was just trying to put enough in the bank. Because you don't know when this is going to end. You don't know when Matt Rife is going to come out. Everybody buys Matt Rife tickets. And there you are with tour shirts and shit. And you're like, now I'm dead. You know? You never know. So you have to take the work. And, you know, at 50, remember, I hit at 50. That's completely different than most people. So for me, it was going to be an end-all, be-all. And the original plan was to quit comedy and acting the day The Sopranos came out. I didn't want to do another movie for anybody else. I just wanted to work for David Chase. But when the movie sucked so bad, I'm like, I can't retire on that. I can't fucking... So
that's why you're still acting?
Well, if you want to call it that. I mean, I haven't acted all fucking year. Not even Law and Order hasn't called me in this year. They called me in early, like in January, and gave me 3 sets of sides, and then never heard from them again. Never heard from them again. So, but are my feelings hurt? No. We still got the podcast. I got some dates. You know, we got next Tuesday, we're in New York at the
City Winery.
Sold out. We got Philly, that's sold out on November 27th. December 4th, we're in Hoboken, that's sold out. And they're just going to add, they're going to sell tickets starting, I think, this week. What are you cheering about?
I can go to that one now.
Which one?
December 4th.
What? Where were you going to be? In Charlotte?
Yeah.
Freezing your ass off? And then I I just got December 26th in motherfucking Red Bank at the Vogel Theater.
Nice, dude.
That's the day after Christmas, small, intimate. And now I'm going to decide where I want to do my monthly show at. It's either the Vogel, Hoboken, Jersey City, or City Winery. And that's it, brother. It's
That's
that
so
easy.
cool.
Planned. I'm still trying to raise my daughter. I'm still trying to be involved here. We got to put this office together next week. So please order the cameras before you leave. So once we get back this week, I'm going to try to get chairs. If you see 3 or 4 chairs you like, let me know. I'm trying to get some carpeting to throw on the fucking floor, and we get that done with. You know, this is, it means a lot to me, this office. I want to get this. I've been on a Zoom for fucking 2 years and doing a podcast by myself for a year and a half. It's got to end. We got to get a studio and go back. You saw the bags of goodies I sent you today, huh?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. That's going to be
I'm bringing honey to the fucking office, by the way.
I'm putting a sign up. I'm getting a sign made. You dare enter this house.
Oh,
when you
Jesus
walk
Christ.
into the lounge. You know what I'm saying? I want you to sign NADs, everything. If you die, you're not getting dick, okay? Just like a jiu-jitsu school. What's that song? Play at your own risk, motherfuckers. Play at your own risk. I'm telling you, play at your own risk.
I'm laughing because there's some people who are like, yeah, and then like that doesn't make anybody like that's fucking crazy.
Well, play at your own risk. That's life, Jack.
Of course it is, yeah.
Play at your own risk. This is the whole fucking thing. We're just taking it back to play at your own risk. I'm telling you. Yeah.
It's a great space. I'm excited to see what it looks like when I finish it. We have some ideas already working on.
They took you to Callahan's, and fucking Ari and Rob Kelly on their way to Cuba. And there's going to be like a tropical fucking storm down there forming.
No, really?
Yeah. They landed today, and today they announced, listen, the lights are going back off because fucking Montezuma is coming this morning.
Oh, that sucks.
My ear is still fucked up. I don't have a doctor's appointment. Wow. To November 18th.
Why do you get to wait that long?
Who the fuck knows?
Oh, but like, is it a good thing? Is it getting better?
It's getting a little better. Taking the time. I wake up some mornings. It's bloody. It looks like a virgin that went to a fucking orgy. You know, wore a mini skirt and didn't know she was surrounded by animals.
So specific.
Oh my God. I'm having a good time with the shrooms lately. I'm not seeing the devil. I just take the shrooms to giggle and to listen to music. I go for a ride at night on one of those roads where people do the speed limit. And man, when you're fucking tripping and you see those lights coming at you and you listen to Led Zeppelin fucking Whole Lot of Love, and you're like, play at your own risk, motherfucker. You signed up for this, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no pulling over in the Cocoa Express, Jack.
And dude, do you think you're not feeling it anymore? Because like, aren't you supposed to have to like double your? If you take it every day, like you start with one, the next day you have to do 2.
Day break, like I did some on Halloween, and then I had to take a break because I got too fucked up on Halloween, right? And then I did them again Monday night. Last night I did a couple just to get, just to start to
see. It took 2 days off.
Yeah, you take a couple of days off and you make it back.
That's not that many days to take off between mushrooms.
Yeah, but then I'll eat them again tonight, a couple of them, and then I won't do them until Friday or Saturday.
So you take 2 to 3 days off. Usually people take like months off.
4 days, I smoke. On those days, I take edibles. You got to bounce you got to get more bounce for the ounce, Jack. You can't be doing something every fucking day. So every day I switch it up a little bit.
I had no idea. That's fucking,
Ooh, that's a tremendous mushroom fart.
I'm definitely bringing honey, by the way.
What's that, brother?
I'm definitely bringing honey.
No, there's no
chance.
No.
The honey's coming.
Listen, these things are good. They taste like jerky.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Don't worry about me. How many edibles you eat tonight?
How many I eat?
50, right? 50.
No, I ate 100, and then I had a bag of gummies that I left in my car, and it melted and congealed into one, so I took a bite out of that.
You didn't eat the whole thing, though.
No, the whole thing is like 1,000 milligrams.
That's what you want. It melts together.
I'm not eating 1,000 milligrams at once.
Play at your own risk, cocksucker. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go level under fucking death, please. What are you talking about? 1,000 milligrams in one bite.
Yeah, what else you got to do? You got nowhere to go tonight. You're gonna watch the game. You're not leaving. You walk around tomorrow. You're gonna be running up those stairs tomorrow when they chase you. When you have your little, I just voted. Did you vote yet?
I'm not trying to start shit. I don't vote either.
Okay, and you're not a felon.
No.
All right.
I just honestly, it's not for either. I think they're both terrible. I don't like either of them. And
all right. At least
it's not even them personally. I've never done it because I don't any politician. I think all of them are liars.
Okay. As long as we're back at the same. I like some. I don't like some. The only thing I just don't want. I don't want people breaking into the fucking border every day. That's the thing I lean about. The economy, they're just bullshitting you. Eggs are still going to stay high. I did get gas today. It was $40. So I was in fucking shock for some reason or another. Some Hindu guy on one of those off-roads. I couldn't believe it. I filled it up. He said, $40. I was like, this thing was dry when I pulled in here. I mean, it was dry. So for it to be $40, I was pretty fucking fortunate. But that's what concerns me. I just don't want to. I have no hatred for Latinos. I have no hatred for anybody who wants to be a fucking American. I just want you to do it the right way. That's it.
Right.
I don't give. So we don't know who these people are coming in. They're bringing gangs from here. This could all be bullshit also. We don't, but obviously some of these fucking people have killed a couple of young girls and raped them and threw them off bridges. So, listen, I pray every day. I'm trying to get healthy like RFK. And
by the way, putting a fucking fan behind your head to blow out a candle is such a fucking great image.
I'm telling you, he has to fucking have some guy next to him. When I saw him in that speech 2 weeks ago, I go, look, I'd be the same way if I didn't fucking do something now. But he's built. That dude is in shape. He fucking lifts weights. He does testosterone. That dude's in great shape. So I'm not in great shape, but I'm trying.
Fuck yeah. I'm so excited for this to be over.
Man, it's not really going to be over because we're just going to open up another chapter of shit this week or next week. So for me, man, I'm happy that you're healthy. I'm happy that the people who watch this show are healthy and happy, at least to as happy as they could be. And fucking, we keep getting stronger every fucking day because the world ain't getting no better. As much as you want it to, it's not getting no better. So that means we got to get better. Right or wrong, Tarzan?
Absolutely. I know, I like it. And that's it. Nothing's going to change.
Another what, cocksucker?
I said nothing's really going to change no matter what happens.
Yeah. So at the end, we all got to go to work. We all got to pay taxes. And I do that. That's good for an American. I'm trying to be a fucking good member of society, especially my community. I'm out. I do this. Wow. These mushrooms are kicking in because your eyes look like Charles Manson right now from here. Nah, I'm just teasing. Solid. Happy election day to everybody. Be safe. And, whatever, guys. It's up to you. The future, you control your fucking future. So don't worry about nothing. I love you. See you next week, hopefully from an office somewhere. If not, the week after that. I love you, cocksuckers. Stay black.